Bam, bam, bam's supposed to work when I say bam.
It might.
And we're live. Good morning, people. Good morning, lurkers. Well, no, it's not good morning anymore, is it? It's afternoon.
I still have morning.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't either. It's
no, you don't. It's noon. It's a good morning somewhere. My brain is so fried at this point. I've had so much information and bullshit thrown at me this morning. It's not funny. I told Cajun, I said, look, I moved out of Massachusetts because of the piles of snow. I'm getting whole different kinds of piles over here. Mm-hmm. He thought that was funny.
I can't see you guys.
What?
You're back now. I don't know what happened. It just like went blank for a second. You disappeared.
I disappeared. That's not good.
The boys went home early today. Yay.
Awesome.
Well, I just got notification you went live.
I'm live. Boop, 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 boop. I'm still rolling my cigarettes. I'm like, there's no way I can deal with no cigarettes on this live. There's just no way. So. And hi, Wendy in the chat, who's supposed to be on the panel, but I can understand if you don't want to.
Yep. Totally understand.
And hi, Rhonda. You're effing bored. I put the link in there, Rhonda. You could have come in and chatted with us in the back room. Apparently she wrote, I'm effing bored, and then went and found something to do.
I think she's a lot.
Yeah. Hi, Wendy. Love you, girl.
Sleep, who knows, with Rhonda.
I know, that Rhonda chick, man. I'm telling you. Boop. Who's booping? There's my boop. Hi, Wendy.
Hey.
Hey, Wes.
Lee is my daughter. She's safe. Hi, Wes.
Hey, Wes.
Heather already knows the whole situation, so.
If I wasn't involved in the situation, I definitely would not want to know about it. So, I'm sorry.
She's kind of blown away by what he said.
Yeah, well, everybody is.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Rhonda was here. We think she left.
Yeah, she was here. Oh, wait, I gotta make Wes blue. Pickle. Who's Pickle?
My daughter.
Oh, and you just told me that. I'm sorry. My brain is fried. My bullshit detector exploded.
Yeah.
And it left a mess. So.
Her name is Pickin' Clee. Pickin' Cleveland.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, cool. That's cool. I like it. Hi. Welcome to the crazy. Hi, Summers.
Hi, Summers.
Focus, Cody. I'm sorry, Wes. Trying. I know. I you know what? I haven't. I gotta. You get to hear my tapping for a minute. I really wish there was an easier way to do this. That one's no good. That one's like half empty. What am I? I'm gonna mute. Hold on. Talk amongst yourselves.
So
no, for real. Talk.
How y'all today? Wendy?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Really good. Yeah. How's our beautiful Ma?
I can't hear you, Ma. I think you're muted.
How's that?
Yeah.
Much better.
That's better.
Now, I'm doing pretty good. Got all kinds of folks up in here.
We got the lurk.
Hi, Susie. I will tell you, I have never had so many Facebook messages than I've had today, ever.
I said,
and God,
I haven't seen this Miss Summers in quite a while. Where you been, girl?
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Wes is like just getting a posse together or something. Are you handing out, Wes? Are you handing out? Wes is handing out torches at the door. Well, torches on one side, pitchforks on the other.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
We seem to have a. Well, I'm a crew chief these days.
Yes. We're all part of Tina's crew, yo.
That's what I was told.
We gang up on people and shit.
And bully.
Yeah, and we bully. I've already clarified that, by the way.
And
I talked to Lenny earlier, and he was given some information that was incorrect. And because him and Jamie, neither one of them had actually watched our full lives, didn't realize that what they were told was complete shit. So we are all good.
Really?
Yeah, we're all good with Lenny and Jamie now. They're fine with us. They know that we don't have anything against them. We have no problem with them.
We're good with them anyway.
Yep. So I mean, we were good with them anyway, but they were told something different apparently,
Imagine
and that's
that.
why he was so aggressive on his live. And so I talked to Lenny like on the phone, and then I talked to him in a back room, and
You ruined reputations too.
Yup. Yeah.
Because you don't have that much power.
I do. I am the Kodi. Worship me. I am a clumsy bear. I just knocked all my shit over.
Well, Wes, honey, you do you.
Yeah, definitely. And I do have the StreamYard link pinned. I got a notification, and I'm totally honest, I got a notification today that my StreamYard payment didn't go through because I have no money in my account. So this month, I am still able to use my background, though, so I don't know if it's actually kicked in yet. So I might be able to have 10 people in. If not, I can only have 6, and I'll rotate people if they want to come in. But people are invited to come in.
Right now, I did receive an email that that had a receipt attached for a shipment.
Did it have a tracking number?
No tracking.
He didn't get tracking on it because tracking would have cost more money.
Probably the same one he sent Panda that had no tracking number on it.
And it was to my address. But
well, we've
not for the weight,
yeah,
or for the amount that I sent.
Yeah, he said that he had notified her, and this is from his mouth. He notified Tina, tried to notify her, but that she had him blocked. But the thing was, he tried to notify her on WhatsApp instead of emailing her when he shipped it with a copy of the receipt. But he said he sent her the copy of the receipt, whatever. He sent it through WhatsApp. That's not the way to do business. And then, so when I was talking to them, Lenny, I was going to ask, Lenny and Jamie actually sent the receipt before I could ask. I was like, could you send that to her? And she was like, yeah, we just did. I'm like, thank you. Okay. So she did get the receipt. She does have one package coming. Now, Fluffy said, I said, but you sent Tina's, okay? And he's like, well, I sent one of hers. And I'm like, what are you talking about? She only had one. And he goes, I couldn't fit it all in one box, so I have to send it in 2 separate shipments. So according to him, he has 3 packages, mine, Willow, and Tina's, still waiting to go out. And I asked him when that would be, and he said it depends on the behavior of my panel.
Yeah, we know. Right, Rhonda?
Now, we did point out that was a bullying tactic, and that he knows that putting emotions and not liking what people say and mixing it with business, we did clarify that. Cajun Roots Reseller helped us clarify that that's not how you do business. So I'm not going to say that if we act up, act up and say negative things about him that he will withhold our packages. I'm just saying initially that's what he said at first. Now, whether he'll actually do that, I don't know. But he has threatened to take me to have, I don't know, go to the police station with a recording with my live if I slander him. Well, I'm not slandering if it's the truth. So prove that it's not the truth and I'll apologize. And I told him that.
And just so you
And,
know, Pick and Clee girl is my daughter, so.
yeah. Pick and Clean girl is cool. That's Kristen's daughter. So we're fine. But I did point out that bullying behavior is what he did by withholding something that is owed to us that, he receives cash for, by trying to intimidate us into not getting our things in order to make us change a behavior. That would be bullying.
Yes.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So,
Brad,
I'll slander you all I want, you brat. And he did say that, he would rather have things like getting things hashed out done in a back room. And I pointed out, yes, because then nobody else can see it. And you can say whatever you want happened in the back room. There's no proof of it. So, of course he wants things done in a back room. Sorry, but that's,
no.
Hi, y'all.
Hi, Tim.
Howdy.
Hi, Tim.
Hi, Wendy. Hi, Kristen.
Oh, he blamed you too, Wes? Yeah.
Hi, Wes. Brad.
Oh, yeah. Wes, he said
Yeah,
that
I read them, Wes, on when he's live.
He said the agreement with Wes was done before it involved anyone from after, like, our stuff and Willow's stuff, and so he did ship everything out. And I was like, yes, he can say he shipped it, but it doesn't mean he shipped the correct things.
He didn't ship it out. I can tell you that now.
Yeah, no.
So, it is. He talks circles around the facts. Now, I brought up the fact that, it has been said that Wendy lied and that it was taken out of context about the surgery and that Squashy never said she needed surgery. The GoFundMe states it, point blank, that she needed money for surgery. Now he's saying that, and I have witnesses that he said that if she doesn't do her exercises, she could potentially need surgery in the future. You don't do a GoFundMe and raise funds for something that could possibly happen in the future. He said this in front of, so he's admitting that she doesn't need the surgery. So the surgery thing was all a lie. She does not need surgery. Bam. There it is.
Yes, there it is.
So, and I told him he was more than welcome to click that link and come in here, and he had to behave, or I would mute him, and we'd all just laugh at him screaming at the screen, like a monkey in a zoo. But yeah,
he won't.
He said he did say that his temper would get the best of him, and he'd say things he didn't really mean. Which, I mean, people can say anything they want and then say they didn't mean it, but whatever. But he said he probably would not come on because he would lose his temper and he would just react instead of discussing.
Yes.
So he did threaten to, I guess accuse me of slander, whatever, and that he would go to the cops. I don't know what the cops are going to do. You have to get an attorney for that and go to court and file paperwork. Good luck overseas, dude. You don't have the money for that. But in that event, he kept saying it. Like, he said it like 6 times in a row. I was like, I finally lost my temper, and I do apologize. I did lose my temper, and the Massachusetts masshole came out, and as we affectionately like to be called, the masshole came out. And I told him, I said, motherfucker, look, if you're going to do it, just fucking do it. Stop talking about it. Stop flapping your cocksucker and make good on your word, because I'm tired of hearing you talk about it. Just fucking do it. You do you, baby. And yeah, I lost my temper.
See, it's just that for me, when I let loose with all of this back on Mother's Day, it was not a thing for me to make it seem like what's going on with, myself, Kodi, or
Yeah.
Willow is any more an issue than what happened to the 50 plus people or the community as a whole.
Right.
Because I feel bad for everybody that he has taken advantage of.
I do too.
Because it's a crock of shit.
Yep.
And it hurts my heart. Because, I feel that a lot of people are my friends in this community. And, I love a lot of people.
Yeah. You make connections.
Even though, I haven't met them in person, we haven't went out for dinner or coffee or drinks or, a game of pool or whatever.
Oh God, Tina, you and I cannot go out for drinks and pool. Bad things will happen. We will need bail money. Just say.
Okay. I'll remember that.
It'll be a good time though. We'll have fun.
But, so, I just wanted to get my feelings out there and express how I felt about all the bullshit and the nonsense. And it just seems like it keeps coming and coming. I wanted to have faith and belief that he was going to make things right and get, like, Rhonda everything that she bought and paid for and was gifted to her.
Yeah.
And the things that Blandine purchased and,
Did she get her stuff?
Honestly, I don't know.
Probably not.
And then poor Panda, the craziness that poor girl went through. I mean, she disappeared off the face of YouTube.
Yeah. And that's not right.
Facebook.
He shouldn't have the power to chase anybody anywhere. But people have personal issues and it affects them. And he basically stated, okay, we mentioned that he just disappeared, and he was saying that we were bullying him to do lives. Well, yeah, we were playing around because he just stopped doing them, and he had created a small community of people that gathered every time he had a live, and he just, and he basically said that he had to focus on his people in person, and that YouTube was just for social media, and those people, he just used that to do whatever, but we didn't count, basically, is what he was saying. And he said that's not what he meant. And both Cajun and Lenny both said that's exactly how it appeared. And that's how people felt, is that he abandoned us and we didn't care. He didn't care. And he basically was just like saying that, I was, and I hate to admit it, but I was tearing up because I put so much emotion and thought we were friends. And he's basically saying that he didn't contact anybody because they didn't matter. To just let somebody know, hey, I'm okay. I mean, once a month. Well, I hadn't heard from him in 3 or 4 months, except to see him on, Conky's auction, and they say hi, and that's it.
Even then, sometimes didn't even, acknowledge you.
Yeah. So, I mean, him being in a dark place and not wanting to talk to people, which, whatever, doesn't mean that you just drop everybody that cares about you and leave them hanging, wondering what the fuck happened. So, yeah, he basically said none of us counted. That was the gist of it, is that nobody on YouTube, we were just there. It's kind of like type on the screen. That's all it was. Only it was, our faces instead of us typing.
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't mean anything to him, basically, I'm like, okay. So, yeah, I mean, and Rhonda, what I said apologizing for is I told him that if he could prove point blank that everything I have said is a lie and everything I have been told is a lie, that I will apologize on YouTube. But he has to be able to prove it point blank, not printing up something on your little printer at home because you went and found medical website head letterhead and printed it up yourself. No. It has to be things that can be confirmed. And they told Lenny that Kate's mom was mad at Wendy. Yeah, that's what Lenny told me on the phone, is that Fluffy and Squashy said that they didn't know where all this information was coming from Wendy because Kate's mom was mad at Wendy and didn't want anything to do with her. I'm like, that's funny because I have a copy of a text from 3:30 in the morning saying, going to bed, love you, good night, and kisses. Sounds like she's, I'm sorry, Wendy. I love you. You okay? Fuck. But
I'm
anyway,
good.
they lied. They lied.
Well,
Because,
I'm good.
because she knows them in real life,
yeah. Yep. Wendy's mom has been communicating with Wendy the whole time. And I have copies of a lot of these texts. And Wendy's mom, or Kate's mom is totally Team Wendy. Okay. So when your own mom sides with somebody else, it says there's a history of bullshit there that is prevalent. And you should really shape up your shit because you're swimming in it.
Mm-hmm.
I agree, Wes. It is. But you know what that says? It says that this community is so loving and caring about people that they're all willing to come together to try and help somebody. It's not our fault that the reason behind us helping was bullshit. I'm sorry, Wendy.
I talked to Kate's mum today. She's doing okay. I had to check on her.
Good. Well, I know Kate's mom's not mad at you, and, I have the text that prove
No,
it.
me and Kate's
You
mum
don't-
have had a good conversation today. We've had a heart to heart, and she's doing good.
Good. Welcome back, Summers. I know, Rhonda. I was talking about specifically if he could prove that everything I said or got information about was a lie. Not his shipping, because, yeah, he fucked that all up.
Yeah.
And he did that with full intention of not sending or refunding or whatever. So,
And it ain't ever going to get refunded.
my apology would have nothing to do with his bullshit shipping practices. If he could prove that she needed the surgery, which he already admitted in a back room with witnesses that she did not. So he can't prove that she needs the surgery when he already said she does not need it. I mean, he tries talking circles and it doesn't work. I dealt with a narcissistic alcoholic for 20 years. Try again.
And yeah, Wes, it is. It is impacting every fundraiser
It is.
mentioned now.
My badass hotness ninja baby. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to the crazy.
Yeah, I heard.
So, I need to pack cigarettes. Discuss amongst yourselves things. I don't
Cody,
want
I'm
to.
going to step out for 5 minutes.
Go hug Jack.
I'm going
He's
to.
squishy.
I'll
He's
be back
squishy.
in.
He gives good hugs.
I'm staying in chat.
All right. Love you, girl.
I love you too. Love you.
Bye, Wendy.
Hi, Rhonda.
What they have done to that girl is abhorrent. It really is. They're affecting her in such a bad way, and I just really seriously want to hug her and slap the crap out of them both. Me too.
They need it.
I'm gonna pack my cigarettes now and try and not let the mass hole come out.
But yeah, Wendy just needs to catch a few minutes of breath and get some squeeze and hugs from Jack and milk cold water on your face. You'll be all right, honey.
You know
We
what?
love you.
If everybody in chat can throw a couple of hearts in there for Wendy, let her know that you care, that would be awesome. Because Wendy is a super sweet person and she deserves lots and lots of love.
So I can't. So hearts, Wendy. Well, I'm on my tablet too, but it's not a real name, so you guys would think it's weird.
Cody, Nick got his permit. Or that's the look I just gave him.
So I'm
Really?
I'm not gonna be driving if I ever get to Missouri.
I'm not driving either. I quit.
But congratulations to him, because I know that's nerve-wracking when after it's done, you're like, that was nothing. But working up to it, you're like, oh my God. So congratulations, Nick.
Okay, now you guys know my secret name because I'm going in the chat with hearts.
Okay. Okay.
You'll like it.
I do like it.
That's only if I had to say anything to in anybody else's chat. So, and I think you know whose chat I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that this, it's been so long, and I know that even though it's been, a time span, it's still fresh on everybody, and to keep opening it up, it just, bleh. And I know that it really keeps pissing off Rhonda a lot,
And I don't blame her. She's out a lot of damn money.
Yes,
Yeah.
she is.
It's pissing off a lot of people. Now, he said that he talked to Linda about, I haven't talked to Linda, so I can't confirm it, but he claims to have talked to Linda and worked out the issues with shipping and whatnot. I cannot confirm whether he has or not because I haven't spoken to Linda. He said he talked to Clear Thrifts, and that Clear Thrifts said that he chalked it up to experience and to ship when he could. That's not the impression that Jesse
That
gave when he
is
came
not
into the
the
chat that day.
impression
So,
I got from him.
so I haven't talked to Jesse either, so I cannot confirm or deny that. Summers, that's Kristen. I want to change my name to Karma Kodi now.
I knew you'd like it.
I do. I do very much.
I agree, Wes. It's true.
It's true.
You're welcome, Wendy. Love you, girl. This is why I'm mute. I sound like a woodpecker over here.
You gotta pack your cigarettes. Uh-oh.
Oh, I think she disappeared.
Either that or she might be changing her.
Yeah, you're right, Tim. Probably more than that.
Whoa.
I didn't hear that one.
I did not catch that one. There's all kinds of stories out there, but I stopped going around a lot of the chats and different places. But that's just terrible that someone else would take advantage and say they had the COVID. That's terrible.
Yeah.
There are predators everywhere, and they will take advantage of any situation that can benefit them. Whether it's, let's do a cancer fundraiser or COVID, leukemia, I have some rare disease that, whatever. They will take advantage of it. They do a little bit of research and bam, they're fundraiser, Taking advantage of any kind of medical situation is bullshit. If people need money, come to people and say, hey, I need help.
Exactly.
I have a problem asking for help. I really do. Because I don't want people to think that I'm just asking for it when I don't need it. Trust me, I need it, but I try not to ask for it. I really do. This is not a background, a green screen. This is my actual room. So, this is my life. But when people take advantage or use a medical situation, when there are people in real need that need help with that, it's a bunch of fucking bullshit, and it's disgusting.
Well, I hope you get resolved, Wes.
Hi, Bonnie.
Hi, Bonnie.
Hi, Bonnie. Really? Because that's funny. We're going to town too. I told. Oops,
Bonnie is not blue.
Bonnie's not blue. Hold on. I didn't have the YouTube chat pulled up. You're right. Bonnie is not blue. Ah, sit still. Well, she blue now. No, Brad, you cannot have a fundraiser for a hangnail. Hold on. Let me get the hammer. I'll fix it. Brat. I mean, I said I had to roll. I got cigarettes to roll before heads roll, so. And you know, the thing is, I'm not saying anything that he didn't say in the back room. Point blank, he said it in front of people. So he could deny he said it all he likes, but you know, Lenny and Jamie heard Lenny and Jamie. Lenny, I don't know if Jamie heard it. I know Lenny heard it because he was on the screen, and Johnny heard it. So persecute me, asshole. Do it.
I don't think Bonnie heard what happened. He admitted it was a scam, Bonnie.
Yeah. He admitted the surgery was bullshit and then tried to deflect and say that originally the GoFundMe had money for the surgery for her spine and the bed. And that when Kelly, Hip Lip and Mama, said that she would, her and her prayer group or whatever, would try and help him get the bed, he took it off the GoFundMe. I'm like, this has nothing. He was trying to deflect and focus it on the bed. I'm like, no. See, it has to do with the fact that you stated that Squashy stated on there that she needs spinal surgery.
I agree, Bonnie.
And he admitted that what they were told is if she didn't do her exercises, she could possibly need surgery.
Yeah.
So her surgery was not a definitive thing. It was something, if she didn't do what she was supposed to do, this is what could happen. So I know, I agree, Rhonda. I do.
Thank you, Tim. I
Yeah.
can't type in the chat.
And he's still insisting that the money is in the GoFundMe. We know it's not.
Yeah, it's not.
They do not
Ass.
They do not change the total on your GoFundMe when you remove the money. GoFundMe uses those totals to promote, hey, this person got this much out of what they asked for. Hey, this person's went over what they asked for. That's how they promote GoFundMe. So no, they do not remove those totals. So I know, Summers.
Exactly, Rhonda.
Yeah. We know, Rhonda. We got it. The crazy girls were. Jackie was funny in the back room of Robin's live last night. Jackie was funny. She goes, oh wait, Kodi. And I'm like, what? She's like, I told you so. I'm like, oh. I was like, okay, I earned that. I did. And I did. I love my girls. So, you know, we did. I've said it before that people are more than welcome to say, I told you so, Rhonda. Just don't, drill it into the ground. We get it. We understand. But you're completely justified in saying I told you so at least a couple of times. I give you that. I mean, shut up, Wes.
Heather, they had already taken the money out. They can't, GoFundMe won't do anything except freeze it, I think.
Yeah. Oh, and the reason he said that nobody could get their money back, which technically if you put money in the GoFundMe and you got your item, you don't really have a right to take the money back because you did get your item, unless you're going to send the item back, But if you just donated and it had nothing to do with the auction or whatever, then yeah, you have every right to try and, but he said that everything got locked down because of everybody trying to take their money out. It was under investigation, so they don't have access to the money, which is all a bunch of bullshit.
He's full of it.
I agree. I know, Wes. That's why I didn't do it on I didn't comment on the whole thing during her live. That's why when Lee asked me how Lenny and, Fluffy and Squashy were doing, all I said was, as far as, they're breathing and they're healthy. That's all I know. And that's all I'm going to discuss on it. I mean, Robin said, hey, if you wanted to go for it, you could, but it just erupts. And her birthday was supposed to be happy, funny, and I wasn't going to bring it down for that. So that's why I wasn't going to. Besides, Lee had already commented on Lenny's live in the morning. He had already commented on it before Robin's live, so he knew how they were.
I agree, Wes. Whether it's $1 or $1,000, it's wrong.
Right. Yeah. He did. He has said that he took the money, he used it for beds. Yeah.
So how's the money still in there?
Right.
Again, blowing smoke up people's ass.
Yeah, he tries using smoke and mirrors and talking circles around people, and then he'll deflect. He'll turn around and say, and not to hurt Wendy, and Wendy, I love you, and I don't care even if it is true, I don't care. But he was trying to deflect, saying, he's mentioned the money and saying that, you guys didn't have any problem asking him for money. What does that have to do with your behavior, dude? What does that have to do with you defrauding people and you stealing their money and not shipping things? Nothing. That's a narcissistic behavior. Stop it. When you're in the wrong and you try and deflect to get blame on somebody else or get somebody else in trouble for something, that's narcissistic.
Whoa.
Didn't I tell you yesterday that Bonnie paid for that package from Legends to get it?
Yeah, you did.
Yep.
Yep.
I'd never lie about money or anything like that.
Bonnie, Kristen, and Kristen, I'm throwing you under the bus. Kristen told me that I was sent your jewelry. I was not. I do not have your jewelry, so I don't know where it went. I have no idea where your stuff that I guess you won in an auction before I started doing his auctions. I didn't get that. It wasn't in the package that he did send me. So if sometime you want to get together, I do have rings, stainless steel rings that I went through him that he had gotten. But I don't, I'm a little confused on that because I don't know what rings you got because I wasn't in his auctions then. And some of his videos seem to mysteriously be missing.
Of course they are, because he knows.
Yeah. So if he did somehow send me your rings, then I apologize. The rings that I got sent, he sent me a couple that him and Squashy picked out, and the rest, there were like 11 or 12 that Linda won in the auction and told him to send to me.
I told her that, Bonnie.
Yeah, she told me that. She's like, Bonnie's not worried about it, but it bothers me. I mean, he shouldn't have sent, given me somebody else's stuff. He shouldn't have been selling it again in an auction if you already won it.
Been there.
But I'm pretty, I won't say I'm absolutely positive, but I'm pretty sure those rings were rings that he had just gotten in. I don't know. Everybody left me alone.
I'll be right back. I'm just readjusting.
People. Don't leave me all alone.
You're not alone. I'm just adjusting.
Nick is playing the guitar. That's why I'm muted.
Okay. You go, Nick.
Oh, he is. It's loud. I think half the neighborhood hears it.
I got my permit. Everybody get off the sidewalks.
Right? Like, just don't go out. Stay in your house. Put, like, a big fence around your house that a car can't drive through, and you'll be fine. I'm joking. He's really not that bad.
Yeah, Wes, I agree. I have no reason to take down any of my lives.
Ain't seen none of mine come down.
Nope. All of mine are still there.
Whether they're boring or not, they're still there.
You know that.
Well, you see your flower anyway.
My flower.
My hoolie.
Hi, Hoolie.
Hi, Julie.
Hi, everybody.
By the way, Hoolie,
Yes.
fuck your minions. Just saying.
I seen that this morning.
I second
I
and
do
third
that.
that.
I do that just for Cody and Jen
She
because
does.
they don't like it.
Yeah, a lot of people do. Victoria's making bank on people irritating me and Jennifer. I think we should get a percentage, which we don't, by the way. It's not a plan. Just saying.
I know I've sent her a lot of money just to irritate you. I love you, Cody. You know
I
what?
love you too, Lily.
I wanted to jump on real quick.
Okay.
Hi, Jen, Amy, and Kristen. And Ma, not Jen, Ma, Kristen, and Amy. Hi.
Hi.
Real quick, I was just coming on the scene when all that shit happened with Funky Fluffy. But what I don't understand is how comes they're not sorry about nothing? Yesterday I caught 2 lives and they're like mean to people and how do you like me now and fuck
Yeah,
you, and I'm like, how can you treat people like that and not come back and say I'm sorry?
because they're not admitting to doing anything wrong.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
They're still maintaining the truth in public anyway. I did get Mark Fluffy to admit that the surgery was bullshit. The surgery is a lie. His exact statement was, if she doesn't do her exercises, rude. If she doesn't do her exercises, that she would possibly need surgery in the future. So I said, so putting it on a GoFundMe saying she needed surgery for, you need money for spine surgery is a lie. And he's like, well, that was originally for the bed. And I'm like, the bed has nothing to do with it. You made a statement, a blank, bold, in boldface, in capital letters, statement that she needed spinal surgery when she didn't. So therefore, you collected money based on a lie. That's called fraud. So
well, that's true. Wes said true criminals have no remorse, and criminals are stupid. Did you ever notice that?
Yeah.
They always get caught. They're stupid. But I when I saw it, when I first met Lenny, he was on TV, on YouTube saying, I'm so sorry this happened. I don't know how it happened. We'll make it right. This was a long time ago.
yeah.
Yesterday, he's on going, you know what? If you don't like me, I don't care. And hit
Okay.
that thumbs down. And I'm like, dude.
I asked him. I did talk to Lenny on the phone, and I asked him. I said, "Why were you so aggressive towards everyone?" I said, "We have not attacked you." And he said, "Well, that's not what I was told." And I'm like, "Lenny, did you watch me and Tina's lives?" And he said, "Well, I caught bits and pieces, but we didn't watch them all the way through." I said, "You need to do that because none of us have attacked you. If anything, we have been positive and supporting of the fact that they are good people and they genuinely tried to help him."
But I'm not feeling the love now at all. I don't like these people, and I don't want to get to know them.
So Lenny and Jamie aren't involved in the scam. They were really legitimately trying to help him up to this point. I mean, Lenny's face when Fluffy was actually revealing the truth. I mean, I don't think he actually meant to reveal the fact that he had been lying about it, but Lenny's face was like, "What?" So I honestly don't think Lenny was in on it. I know Rhonda's like bullshit.
Yeah, it doesn't seem that way, Cody. I know you love those people, but it don't seem that way.
I know. I do know that the stuff Lenny's selling is his own stuff. Now, there's been questions popping up about the simulated stones that he's selling and that he was selling them as true stones. I didn't see that. I did hear about it, and I talked to him about it, and he said that if he did not mean to be that way, because both me, Willow, Devin from Moonstone Mamas, all of us were in a private back room helping him go through stones, and a lot of them were marked simulated, and he asked for the clarification. I was like, well, the situation is recreated in a lab as to how those stones are made. So they're as close to a real stone as you can get, but they are not an authentic, genuine stone. So
I just don't understand the attitude he's got. He acts like we've done something to him. I mean, you need to back the fuck up, dude.
Well, because Fluffy told him that we were attacking him. And since Lenny hadn't watched the full lives, he didn't know that.
Well, when he was on that auction, he wasn't the nicest guy there either.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I didn't see the auction.
I just don't get it. If you're trying to get back into the good graces of this community,
yeah,
you are going about it the wrong way. And then having that goof on there with you is definitely not the right way to go.
yeah. I think. Well, I hope that after the discussion that I had on the phone with Lenny, and then the back room that we had with Cajun Roots Reseller, which was me, Lenny, and well, it ended up being me, Lenny, and Fluffy, and Cajun, because everybody else didn't want to hear it and they laughed. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm hoping. Hi, Kathy. I'm hoping that Lenny's eyes are a little bit more open. Like he'll be looking to looking for the little indications that is bullshit. Did he blatantly lied? That's not good. I'm not going to justify anything Lenny did with the jewelry because I wasn't there. I would have corrected him
Yeah.
if I had been there.
Yeah,
Because-
and nobody should expect Kodi to be the one
Okay,
to
Jen.
call on that about anyway.
Yeah. So
Let's blame it all on Mom.
well, Julie, she's the crew chief. We're just all
I know.
over here.
I'm the crew chief.
You
we
always
just-
blame the boss.
we
If
just
she's
We just do what the chief tells us, you know? I mean, we can only do so fucking much.
Right?
tell us, Mom.
I see. But the reason I put crew chief is because I received a text message that said that my crew blasted Fluffy, so
We ganged up on him.
we ganged up on him. So
I don't know him, and I'll gang up on him.
Actually, Wes,
I didn't like you before all this happened, so it's whatever when it comes to that.
Lenny and Fluffy said that they opened a back room and they sent you links to it and you didn't show up. And I'm like, well, just because you send the links doesn't mean he automatically sees it.
And I'm gonna run.
Yeah, I told him, I said, set up another one. I said, if you want to talk to Wes, he'll be there. I mean, it's not like he's not going to show up. Come on, it's Wes. He's going to be there,
Mm-hmm.
So I told him, and he did take the live down because of your comment, Wes. Yeah. But, if they want to do a back room with you, then they will contact you and do that.
Mm-hmm. Hi, everybody in the chat. Bonnie and Susie and Jen and Wes and Rhonda and Scarlett. Hi, everybody.
This is the most people I've ever had in here. I got 24 people watching. That's a lot for me.
People love drama.
I know. You should have seen when we were talking about sex, man. Woo!
Right?
Why wasn't I here? I missed it.
You missed it. I ended up. I think we made Kevin blush a few times.
Cool.
But I had something like almost 200.
Summers.
I had almost 200 views on that one.
Oh, cool.
I was like, holy shit.
Sex sells.
Yep, sex sells.
So does drama.
Yes. Drama, yeah.
Yes. Hi, Summers. Hi, Annie. Yeah, it sure does. You want to talk about bullshit, people will come on to join or to check it out and be nosy or whatever.
Yep. And I mean, the link is up there. Like I said, if you wanted to come in here and you wanted to say something, which, dude, I know you're watching because it's just a thing. I mean, people do it. It's what people do.
Right.
But if you wanted to come on here, you just have to stay calm. And he said that's why he wouldn't probably come on when we were in the back room, because Cajun told him that. He goes, go in there and justify yourself. Show them the proof. And he said that he wouldn't be able to hold his temper and he would kind of blow up and say shit he didn't mean. And I'm like, whatever, if you can't control yourself. Of course, this is me talking when I blew up on Tina's live. So
I know. I'm thinking, Kodi, you have the same temperament that he does, that I do. I can't speak for the others, but we have no problem telling people how we feel.
Yeah. And I did. My boss, my mass hole came out on Tina's Mother's Day live. It did. It has been lingering very close to the surface, and it did come out in Cajun's back room briefly. But then I put it back in the box. So we know you love bullshit, Brad, because your eyes are brown.
Hi, Brad. Yeah, I like bullshit too.
Yeah. I mean, he kept saying, I can prove you wrong. I can prove you wrong. I have everything. I said, bring it. Stop talking about it and do it. You know, nothing. So,
Yeah. And
whatever.
another thing too is I have a tendency to fight for injustice, and if my friends are hurt, even though it's not my business, I have a tendency to jump in there and want to fight too.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's just the attitude that rubbed me the wrong way. Why are you coming at us like this? That's what I don't like. If you're truly sorry and you did nothing wrong, then you need to change the attitude, dude. Because I
Yeah.
don't.
Well, that's the thing is he doesn't think he's done anything wrong.
Oh, well, he has.
He's still justifying and deflecting and distracting and whatever. I mean, I asked him, he said he still has 3 packages, me, Tina, and Willow's. And those are the last 3 that he has to ship out besides the arrangement he's made with Linda. That, you know, he has Linda's things too. And,
So why haven't you gotten it until now?
Because he didn't have the money and COVID.
Well,
Yeah.
COVID.
He claims that the COVID kept him from shipping.
Well,
I'm calling bullshit on that.
for shipping, and he's still
I sent him shipping money on Christmas Day, and I said, don't ship until the day after New Year's, after the holiday.
Yeah.
5 months later, still ain't got it.
Exactly. Where's all Rhonda's Fugglers? She bought 10 of them. See, I couldn't remember how many you bought, but I knew you bought a lot. And I asked him about those on a live. And I was like, I said, in Rhonda's box, now I had already seen the box that Rhonda got. It wasn't open, but I did see it. And I said, in the box that you already sent Rhonda, did you put her Fugglers and the Fortnite things for her son? And he said, yes. There's no way in fucking hell, even taking them out of the boxes, that they would have fit in the box that she got. So, see, these little things are what started keying me into listen to my intuition, and I started asking questions.
Oh, is that we're sending him extra for shipping, and he still wasn't shipping the stuff
because he spent the money, the shipping money.
You know what I mean? Like, if you're getting extra for shipping, send the damn stuff. You know, it's really not that hard.
Yeah.
Kodi. Yeah. I have to go get Bug. I will talk to you later.
Okay, hon. Okay. Love you, girl.
Hey, I haven't seen you without your avatar. I want to see you.
I can't. My camera don't work. It's just a black screen.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
She's tried to do it in the back room, and when she's on StreamYard, it just blacks it out.
Oh, well,
I can see myself, but you guys can't see me.
Yeah.
Well, but
come back.
I'll talk to you guys later.
Okay, honey.
I will.
Love you.
Bye. Love you.
Love you.
Yeah, Rhonda's list is huge.
Yeah.
Rhonda has a grocery list of stuff that she didn't get. Everybody does, you know? And he gets away with it saying, well, I shipped the package. Yeah, but you didn't ship the right stuff or everything that was supposed to be in it.
It's true.
You know? But he snowballs and narcissistic attitude and behavior. And, I mean, it's classic narcissistic. I mean, he's in textbooks. You know what I mean?
Summer says we had all our money from our auctions we paid for. He had all our money. Okay, I see. I was reading that wrong.
Yep, and now they were complaining in the live they did that because of Brexit, prices have increased. Well, he was supposed to ship Tina's stuff the day after New Year's. Brexit happened New Year's Day 2021. There wasn't time for increase of prices, and my stuff and Willow's stuff was supposed to have been sent before that.
Way before.
So if he's got an increase of prices because of Brexit, that's because he didn't ship when he was supposed to. And I told him, I said, you know, you're crying about Brexit. And he's like, I wasn't crying about Brexit. I didn't say anything about Brexit. And Lenny's up there going, yes, you did.
Anyone who puts those people back in on their channels or gives them a chance is committing YouTube suicide. Because if anybody's got anything to say about it, they're going to cut those guys off at the knees. Yeah. And if they don't, shame on them because they're going to get ripped off again.
Yep.
That is very true, Rhonda.
3,442 pounds were in that GoFundMe. Yep. And only when the GoFundMe started, when the auction started and people started donating money, there was about 300 or 400 pounds in it. So They raised a lot of freaking money. I mean, people care.
Well, how much is that in American?
Oh, let's see. If someone does a conversion before me, because I am the Google Queen. He named me that today. He's like, well, you're the Google Queen. I'm like, cool.
You are the Google Queen. You and Dan the Answer Man.
Yep.
Right, Susie. No remorse. I haven't seen it.
Well,
Are you ready?
Say,
Yes.
Are you ready? $4,856.23.
Wow. Wow.
Yep.
Scarlett was right. About 3K. Yeah. About 4K. Wow.
Yeah, you should have asked TG. I mean, she's in the UK. She could do the conversion faster than me.
Yeah.
But, yep.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
And he was buying other people's shit on your money.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, and he told me I didn't earn any of the stuff that was in my box. It was a gift. I didn't earn it by doing my moderating or any of the help that I did with on his channel. Because I was like, I might not have paid for all of my stuff in my box, but I earned it. And then he's like, with your behavior in the last week, you think you've earned it? I'm like, I was talking about moderating. You're telling me I have to earn it for your friendship? What the fuck? I'm like, And then he said that the behavior on my channel would decide whether or not the three of us got our packages.
Really?
Children?
I did.
I would have had a nice message for him after that
I did.
comment.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
And then he tried to backtrack and say that's not what he said. Because I was like, let me clarify this. So if I say anything bad about you, and what did he say? Try to destroy his life and slander his character and ruin his business. If I say anything that might cause that to happen, me, Tina, and Will, we don't get our packages. He goes, right. And then he goes, but that's not really what I said. And both Cajun and Lenny were going, yes, that's what you're saying. He tries to backtrack and turn around and blow smoke after he says something. It's just like someone saying, oh, you're a douchebag. Just kidding. No.
Yeah.
So, hey, Paul.
I just didn't really like his attitude at all. Hi, Paul.
Yeah,
I didn't like his attitude at all yesterday. They were both arrogant, like indignant, like we were all the enemies and they were innocent. And I thought, this isn't the way to do it.
I told him, I said, what he just did, saying that we wouldn't get our packages if we didn't behave, that is him trying to influence our behavior by being intimidating and withholding something. That is the definition of bullying. Not calling out someone on their shit, which, we were accused of bullying. No. Trying to modify somebody else's behavior and intimidate them into doing what you want, that's bullying. That's bullying.
No, I'm going to beg to differ with you, Kodi. I think that's called asshole, not bullying. Asshole.
Yeah. Well, I told him, I said, you know what that proves? It proves you're a fraudulent asshole. And I said that in Cajun's back room. I did. I called him an asshole. I mean, most of the conversation was very calm. But when he kept circling and repeating, I mean, I don't know if people thought we were going to get along still or not, but no. Give me my stuff and we'll be done. I don't need to have any more conversations with you. I don't believe you. I think you're a liar. I think you're a scam artist. He admitted that the surgery wasn't real.
Yeah,
so
I remember that, Rhonda.
So he admitted that, he collected money based on a lie. That's called fraud.
Yeah, so, Bonnie said there's blackmail too. And what's Wendy's kingdom? I don't understand her comment. It's my fault he's not doing auctions anymore.
Oh, Wendy has text from Squashy's mom that that Kate sent to her mom saying that Wendy was basically insulting Squashy all over the place, and that it's Wendy's fault that their reputation is ruined and they can't do auctions anymore. Yeah,
Wendy, you lousy person, it's not their fault, it's all yours.
Yeah. Oh, and that people were told that she didn't really need surgery, but they did the fundraiser anyway. I'm like, what? We have never heard any mention of any exercises until actually today. So, no.
And that woman that got on there last night with Lenny, she's a smart ass too. I don't know who she is either.
I think his wife.
Who?
I'm pretty sure that's his wife.
Yeah, his wife was on
Squashy?
there.
Yeah, Squashy.
They just have a really bad attitude, and I don't.
They do.
Mm-hmm.
Irritates me. But I just wanted to come on and bitch and be a part of, and I got to go to work. And
you're welcome to come on anytime you like, Hooli. We love you.
I love you.
I love you. I don't know if they love you, but I love you.
Who cares about that? I love you all, and I'll talk to you later. I got your back. If you ever need something, get a hold of me.
Okay.
Tina, Kristen.
Julie,
bye. Oh, Jamie. Okay. Yeah. Well, see, that was based on what they were told. That they were told that we were attacking them, and so their attitude was based on that. So I don't think they're gonna have that attitude now, because things got clarified because Lenny asked me to call him, and I did on the phone, and so hopefully that's gotten solved.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I don't know.
it's craziness. I mean,
it's a clusterfuck.
Yeah. And dude, if you want to try and press any charges on me, come at me, bro. You've got my address. Come at me. Do it. Do whatever you got to do. I'm not scared. I've dealt with bigger and better than you. Trust me. I'm not scared. I might not be able to get to Scotland like he was like, come to my door. Well, that's a safe thing to say. You're in a different fucking country, asshole. I can't get there. There are people that can. Wes, Kristen. But, if I could, I would. Trust me, because I'd go get my stuff and Tina's stuff and Willow's stuff. And, I get everybody's stuff out of there.
Yeah.
If it's even still there.
Susie, it happened. I told you, didn't I? I told you, Susie. Sometimes the Bronx comes out. Sometimes it's a combination of Masshole and Bronx. I don't know how it happens. It just happens. Oh, and when Cajun asked when I was going live, I told him 2:00, and Fluffy made the comment, "Oh, that's probably when I'm going to go live." I was like, "Okay, nobody's going to show up at yours though." I mean, I get 28 people in here. Who the fuck would go there? You know what I mean?
Right.
Wes, I can't give out other people's information without their permission. That's just an ethical thing with me. I won't do it. Sorry. And yeah, what they've done to Wendy is absolutely disgusting and abhorrent. And what they've done to her mother is horrible.
Yes.
So I'm man up, And on one of Squashy's Facebook pages, I'm blocked on her regular one. They all blocked me at one point because of, I mentioned that to him, why would Squashy block me? I haven't sent her any messages. I haven't been hateful. I haven't been childish or done anything. And he didn't have a legitimate answer to that. But
because he probably done it and not her.
He probably did it. He probably went on there and did it.
But Lenny and Jay, I didn't have Lenny on my friends list. I had Jamie, and that was blocked. And I was like, why? So I mentioned getting blocked and everything. And I'm like, if you guys were really upset about what was said, you should have either popped on the live or contacted us. You're the one that ghosted all of us. We shouldn't have to contact you. You ghosted us. We've been here.
You're right, Heather.
Yeah, it's Gatla Shields in Scotland, but I don't know the exact address. I didn't save the thing on the shipping. Yeah, they are bringing down the community because everybody is paranoid now about donating. I mean, Victoria is trying to organize something for Sambai, whose mom lost her leg, and now she's got some kind of blockage in her neck. And what they need the funds for is modifying the house for her because, it takes a while to get used to prosthetics. And if there's any complications, plus she had a stroke. But, I mean, I'm afraid people aren't going to try and help when Sambai has actually been in our community for a while. So he's not new, his mom, I mean, I'm in that situation. You know what I mean? So I understand it. And I just hope that it's not affected by this kind of bullshit. So.
Yeah, I feel bad for Victoria because of that.
Oh, Wes, I know you'll get it one way or the other. Yeah, I mean, Victoria organized that, and Cajun helped her with the auction. And the thing is, though, is that Victoria is safe in what she did without any guilt. And if she wasn't complacent. She didn't know it was a fraud, and she did it because she's a good person.
Exactly.
And she's still a good person. Victoria is one of the best people I've ever known.
She has very.
And so, I mean, I moderated the auctions, and he was taking people's money. When I feel bad, you know what I mean? Because I didn't know, but as soon as I found out, nope, no more. But this is what narcissists do: is they put it on other people. You know, it was up to all of us to contact him when he's the one that ghosted us.
Yep.
You know, no. You know, he could have sent a message through Lenny. He was still in contact with Lenny. You know, he could have been like, "Hey, Lenny, can you let everyone know I'm still alive and I'm okay?" And a couple of times, Lenny did give that message out in Conky's auction or whatever. But it was like twice in 5 months.
True.
You know, so yeah. Yeah, he's creating diversions. I mean, he's concentrating on the shipping and telling people about shipping because he does not want people to concentrate on the fact that he defrauded them with the GoFundMe and that everything was a lie about her surgery. You don't collect money on something that's a possibility in the future. You know, it's like, oh, I might have a heart attack in a couple of years, so I'm going to collect money now for it.
Yeah.
It's not how that works, you know.
No.
Besides, if people donated, it would probably give me the heart attack, so no. You know, she does have a heart of gold. Victoria absolutely has a heart of gold. Victoria's heart is purer than gold. You know, the woman is amazing. She really is. And just to honor her, oh my golly.
Oh my golly.
Oh my
She
golly.
kills me with that.
I need one of those shirts. I really do. Because I pick on her all the time for saying, oh my golly. And I need one of the oh my golly shirts.
I don't say oh my golly. I'm an oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's called health insurance, right? So, Victoria, if you see this at some point in time, I love you, girl, and never stop being you. Yeah. And Cajun is another one. He has such a big heart, you know, and he tries to help people, but a lot of people are sending him emails and being like, hey, did you hear this? He's getting a little overwhelmed. So he didn't want it in his chat this morning, and I can understand that. And that's why he brought it in the back room. I was on the phone with Lenny when Lenny went into the back room, so I hijacked the link that he had left in his live after it ended. I hijacked it before my screen changed, and I went in there. And then Fluffy showed up, and I'm like, oh fuck. I just didn't want to hear any more bullshit, but FOMO, you know, curiosity. Bears are nosy. I can't help it. But he did end it because Fluffy kept talking in circles. Nothing was getting solved. Nothing was getting resolved because that's how it is with him.
Yeah.
You know? Wendy, you are a gorgeous person. I love you, and you should never stop being you.
Exactly.
And Toad is awesome, too. Do not bury him in the garden. Send him to his mom's, but don't bury him in the garden. Who is the guest? What are you talking? Oh, Susie, you mean on Cajuns? It was Larry. It was Larry. And it was very awesome. Cajun and Larry both shouted out my channel and Tina's channel this morning.
Oh.
Yeah. Basically, it was if you want to know what's going on,
go watch videos.
Go and watch Tina and Cody's lives. Okay, Bonnie, have a good day.
Bye, Bonnie. Love you.
Love you.
I'm sure.
Have a good one.
So, it was a lot of words that all add up to you're a lying, thieving shithead. That's, I mean, come at me. I know I'm instigating and I shouldn't do that. That's very petty, but I had to I was dealing with like over an hour and a half, I think we were back there, of bullshit. And my messages were going off and people were trying to call me and I'm like, oh my God, what is happening?
That's what happens when you're dealing with a villain.
Yeah, my Facebook exploded. I was like, while I'm in the back room, I'm like, I can't do everything at once. Plus, I was trying to roll cigarettes. You know, I'm like, I got to roll cigarettes before heads can roll. That's how it goes. But for the most part, it stayed very calm, but it's still not changing my mind. He didn't say anything to change my mind. If anything, he confirmed everything. So
I was going to say, it doesn't sound like he did anything to change your mind, and I wasn't there, so I,
Yep.
But, if need be, I can always inquire.
Oh, you did find it, Wes? Okay. Yeah, it went to Wes's spam folder. I knew that you would have gone if you had seen it. Yep.
I don't know. I do know that if and when.
Here, I'll do the other quote for you. Wait.
My packages arrive,
Mm-hmm.
if what I asked for is there, so be it. But I'm done,
Yeah.
I know what I asked for. I know what I paid for. And like I said, I'm done.
Yeah, he told me that with my package that he even with everything, he threw in a few extra things. Well, supposedly my package was supposed to be ready to be shipped before fucking
Ages
Christmas.
ago. It was supposed to have already been ready to be shipped.
Yeah.
Back in November.
So it should have already been sealed, signed, delivered, whatever. So what are you doing saying you put extra things in it, even with my behavior? My behavior's been in the past week that you're talking about. So that would mean that my box still wasn't ready to go. So, okay. I'm like, well, I appreciate extra gifts. That's nice. Thank you. I was like, I'll even do an unboxing on live because everybody will know if things that were supposed to be in there are not. But, uh-oh, we lost Kristen. Whoops. So, and I agree, Wes. I mean, Kristen's back. And I told him that because he was saying, instead of what happened with on Pina's Mother's Day, it should have been done in a back room. And I'm like, look, if we know and we have proof that you are being fraudulent and it's affecting the entire community, then it goes in public lives. Yeah. That is what we do. Why would we discuss that with you in a back room? If you're defrauding the public has a right to know. And here it is. There, bam, there it was. So, and, on me and Tina's lives, we name names, okay? So we don't do the, well, someone said, and, well, according to some people, we call you out on it. if to use as an example, if Wes started being an asshole to me again, I'd be like, Wes is being an asshole to me again. You know what I mean? I'm going to call you on it. Not that he has, but he's been very good. We're fine. But, he was the first name I saw in my chat. So, Wes on the hot seat. But yeah, I mean, the way they went about the live was very immature. They did. So, and Lenny kind of fed into that, but it was mostly Fluffy instigating that live because he didn't want to do it on his channel because he has too many subscribers. On Lenny's channel, there's only 50. Might be more, might be less by now, but there were only 50. So the odds of a lot of people seeing it was minimal.
That's why they channel instead of Fluffy's.
Yeah.
He's afraid somebody might actually see what he's doing.
Well, if you have more than one person involved in a conversation like it was today, people pick up on little nuances. Everybody hears a different part of the conversation. I mean, you might hear the entire conversation, but your brain is going to pick out parts that are like, wait a minute, and then you bring them up. If you do that when you're with him by yourself, he bulldozes over it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So if you have more than one person in there, he can't bulldoze over it if that person's making a point and someone else goes, you did say that.
Yep, exactly.
So, yeah. Yeah.
They're scared of you, Wes.
I'm not a skirty, Wes. And you know that because I told you to fuck off in the chat. Back in the day. Wait, it seems so long ago now. But yeah. I mean, you're being a dick, we name you. And, yeah, I don't play the pronoun game. I really don't. If somebody has pissed me off, I'm going to say who it is. I mean, if it's something that's a personal thing just to me, like if Rhonda said something that I was like, wait, what? I would most likely, and I'm not saying absolutely, but I would most likely go to messages and go, Rhonda, what did you mean by this? I've actually done that, I believe. Rhonda and I have both done that with each other. It's like, you said this, what did you mean by it? And as soon as, knobhead, yeah. As soon as we talked to each other, it got clarified and we were fine. But if it's something like this that's huge and affects a ton of people, yeah, you're going public, dude. Have a nice day. So, yeah. Or say, for an example, because, nobody else is talking. Say, for example, somebody made a racist comment, okay? Or someone was going on a racist rant. I'm going to call them on it in public because that's an asshole thing to do. Don't be a racist. That's ugly. Hateful. So, but individual things, I try to take to the person individually. What's happening right now is not an individual thing, so it is not being done individually. You're hurting too many people. Yeah, Wes, we know they're not innocent. They might accept the invitation, but I won't say Fluffy and Squashy are not innocent. And anybody that's buying the whole Squashy's depreciated mental capacity, she's taking college courses for things like childcare and working with equipment and things that would take more intelligence than what is portrayed most of the time on their lives. So I'm not buying that either. I mean, it might be a little bit, but not as much as they say it is, what is portrayed. I mean, Fluffy once told me she had the mental capacity of a 12-year-old. Even a 12-year-old knows right from wrong, so that doesn't fly either.
I got 2 grandkids that are almost 12, so there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Right from wrong. And if they know they're doing wrong and they're doing it anyway, they're going to get their butt kicked.
Yep.
They already know.
Knobhead. I love you, Wendy. Knobhead. If you're being a knobhead.
Then I say Belland. Same thing.
Well, it's the same thing with, I call him a bag of dicks all the time, and Tina will turn around and go, Satchel Richards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does make him up. And there is that.
That's possible, Heather.
Yeah, Wendy, absolutely. I mean, kids start learning right from wrong at a young age, so. No, you're not, Brad. I love you, Brad. I love fucking with Brad. Oh my God, you know what I forgot to do?
Show your background.
Well, yeah, that too, but no, you know what I forgot to do?
Mm-mm.
Brad, go to your corner.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I can say the P word. If you're talking about the word pedophile, I can say it. I just did. But I don't know if they'll shut me down, but I did say it. And if they do shut me down, I'm just going to restart it. So I'm not done yet. We haven't been on an hour and 20 minutes. I can say a lot of P words. I can say pussy. I can say all kinds of. By the way, I was going to change and put on my background that pussies are not allowed, and if you can't say someone's name, don't bother showing up. Don't bother opening your mouth. But I did not. My background. I'll show you my background. I'll take everybody off for a minute. Don't go anywhere.
Always expect the unexpected.
Yes.
Always.
And I was actually when I made the thumbnail in the background, I was actually hoping for a nice calm, that was the goal. As soon as I made it and posted it, I was like, yeah, that's not going to last even 5 seconds.
It might have made it a little bit longer.
It might have, but I had
I not came in earlier and you had not informed me of the morning's adventures.
Yeah, I didn't have time. I've been locked down on YouTube all morning since. Well, my mom came with groceries too, so I was away from my computer. I came back to like 25 Facebook messages. I was like, holy crap! And yeah, I had that was an exaggeration. I had like 10, but it seemed like 25. I was like, so yeah, and then yeah. So my mom brought extras, and she got me Pringles. Yay! She bought cherry Pepsi though.
What is it other than a cherry Pepsi?
She doesn't look. She just grabs the Pepsi.
Oi!
It's the second time she's done it. You would have thought that she would have learned after the first time, but it's my mom, so. But this is why her ringtone is the Wicked Witch of the East theme.
Well, at least she doesn't grab you Dr. Pepper.
Kodi, because she's going to make that my ringtone when I call her now.
My mom called her while I was in the back room because she was at the grocery store. Hi, Susanna.
Hi, Susanna.
Hey, Susanna.
I was in the back room of Victoria's show, and all of a sudden you hear dun 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 dun. I'm like, oh shit! I had to mute because my mom was calling me from the grocery store from Walmart. Everybody just started laughing. It was funny. But yeah, she picked up a few extras, which was nice. Now the reason? Okay, my mom is a very sweet person, and she's helped me out a lot, and I'm not begrudging her that. I'm very grateful. And once my son actually moves out, whenever the fuck that's going to be, because he doesn't know yet. Like, if you're going to go.
Right.
The anxiety is killing me, But anyway, once he's out, she's going to help me clean up the house and try and move most of this stuff out into the living room, so I have my bedroom back, and help me set up the craft room for the rest of the way. So excited! But my mom picked up groceries, and I told her that my money was on my card, so there was no way for me to pay her back because she goes to the grocery store, gets the stuff, and then brings it here. There's no way for me to get the money to her, She goes, oh, don't worry about it. I'll cover it. I've got the money. I'm like, are you sure? I was like, it was like $45. Mom, that's like $5 for most people. So she was like, no, I want to help. And I'm like, okay. So she gets home, calls me, tells me she found something of mine that was in her trunk. I said, well, just bring it the next time you come over. And she goes, okay, but I'm not going to be able to do this all the time. I'm like, manipulative much, Mom? What the hell? So this is why her ringtone is the Wicked Witch of the West, okay? So that's why. Yep. Because I didn't ask her, you know what I mean? What I had asked her is if I place a Walmart order, would she be able to pick it up Monday or Tuesday?
Yeah.
And she said, well, I'm going grocery shopping on Wednesday. I was like, yeah, but I don't know what time you're going. I can't set up the order. She goes, well, I'll just pick the stuff up. Just tell me what you want. I got 7 phone calls from Walmart while my mother was there. Yeah.
That
I love my
sounds
mom,
like
but
Willow when she sends sis
her
to the
sister,
store to
yeah.
do the shopping.
Yeah. And I mean, let me tell you, the list I gave my mother, I gave her the name brand, what it was, and the weight of how much, what size, what she called me like the Marie Callender Popeyes, right? I asked her, I know this is off subject to most people, sorry. But she was like, I asked her for 2 chicken and 2 turkey, right? Because I like the chicken ones. I figure I'm safe with chicken and turkey. She calls me and goes, well, they have 3 of the Marie Callender chicken Popeyes, but all the boxes are open. Do you want me to get 4 turkey ones? Yes. Okay. And she hung up, and I'm like,
You gotta love it.
I love my mom, I do. And she called me, she goes, the first phone call was, okay, I'm in front of the Pringles. I'm like, oh crap.
I'm not sure. Doesn't she had a spinal injection coming up?
Yeah, she was supposed to, I don't know if her spinal injection was today or tomorrow. Usually they're on Thursdays, I think. But I don't know where Willow is. I sent her the links. She might just be dealing with stuff at the house. I mean, I know they got her chair, and they dropped her chair off on the deck in the rain.
They didn't even bring it in the house?
No, her and her sister had to get it in the house.
No.
Yeah. She was in Robin's this morning, Robin's midnight show type of thing. So it's very possible that she's still sleeping. I don't know, but I'm sure she's hurting a lot. Yeah. 150-pound chair they dropped off because it's a lift chair.
Yeah.
They dropped it off on the deck. Yep. They dropped it off on her deck in the rain. Said, see you later. Have a nice day. And they left. And her and her sister, who's not supposed to lift anything heavy either, had to manipulate it and get through the door and in the house and set up where it wasn't hooked up yet as of last night, but it's where it's supposed to be. And they just have to, I guess, plug it in. I don't know. But yeah, I'm sure she's hurting a lot today because she did a lot before that to clear the space for it. So she was already hurting.
So I just know that she's due for injection this week.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. Oh, and I was like, people were like, I would have been pissed and given them a piece of my mind. And I guess she called the caregiver and ripped them a new one. So I'm like, they're not going to sit comfortably for a while.
Yeah, no.
Okay, Susie. Drive safely.
Yeah, be careful.
I can't talk. Yeah, much love for Willow.
Phew. She made my back hurt more.
Me too.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, my mom, back to the Pringles, because Pringles are life. My mom's like, I'm in front of the Pringles. I'm like, okay. She goes, I don't see the lightly salted ones, because I did try and get a little healthier, and because I have blood pressure issues. And she goes, they don't have the lightly salted ones that I see. I'm like, okay, do they have the regular ones? She goes, the original ones? I'm like, yes. She goes, yes. I said, get those. And she goes, okay. She got me 3 cans. Yay.
Yeah, that's a bonus.
Yeah.
Although the salt is going to kill you.
Yeah, I
Your
know.
mouth, your lips.
I have chapstick. I'm prepared.
Ew, waxy. Yeah.
She bought, oh my God, my son never brought them in here. The little fuck. She bought us donuts for breakfast. And I couldn't bring, Pringles are the best. I love Pringles. I couldn't get them in here with the wheelchair because the box is not sturdy enough for me to hold with one hand and get in here.
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't want donuts hitting the floor. That would make me cry.
Oh God, it make me seriously cry.
They're Bavarian cream filled, and those are they were not hitting the floor. So my son ate 2 of them. I guess there were 6 in the box, and said, "You can have the rest." And I'm like, "Well, how many are left?" And he said 4. I'm like, "Okay, can you bring them in, put them on my laptop?" And he's like, "No, I'm going to bed." And I'm like, fuck. I'm like, I can't get them in there on my own. He goes, "Well, let me know when you're in there." And he knew when I was in here, and he did not bring them. It's for you. It's for you. So it looks like, and she picked up a thing of chicken strips, like the Tyson chicken strips.
Yeah.
So my son grabbed the bag. He goes, "Oh, look what we got, dinner." Sorry, Wendy. Wendy, you eat on camera all the time. How hungry do you think you make me all the time? Okay, shut up. Shut up, Wendy. So it looks like we'll be having chicken strips, probably French fries for dinner, and I'll be having a couple of donuts for dessert.
Ooh, donuts.
Well, they'll go stale if we don't eat them tonight. So
True.
I'll have donuts for dessert, and somewhere around 2:00 in the morning, I'll probably eat the rest of them or something. I stress eat sometimes. Oh, and you know what he said to me, Tina? When he was leaving the room this morning, he goes, "You gonna eat those peppermints?" I was like, "Get your eyes off my peppermints. You're not getting them." Tina sent me this huge tub of the Bob's soft peppermints. I love those things. And they're the only peppermint candies that I can actually eat. And they're not really soft, but they dissolve quickly, so they don't hurt my mouth. Stash!
No, Stash, we do not let the donuts hit the floor.
Yeah, no, we do not.
Bottom of our stomachs, but not the floor.
Not the floor. So, yeah, Tina sent me this huge thing of peppermints, and my son might get a couple, but he's not getting all of them. And if I said, "Go ahead, have some," it would be gone. No. None for him. I mean, piece of brat. And if I can keep them sealed before he moves, he won't get any. That's why I haven't opened the M&Ms or the Fig Newtons yet. He kept coming after me for those cookies, though. My son is a big Dina cookie fan now. He's like, "There weren't enough cookies." I'm like, "I gave you a few. You weren't getting them all. They were mine. My cookies." Brat.
Did you ever get a piece of bread to put in the container?
No, they were gone too fast.
Well, they're already gone.
Well, we didn't have any actual bread. We had hamburger rolls, and I had indulged and gotten the ballpark ones, so I was not using expensive hamburger buns for that. Hey, Tina B.
Hey, Tina.
So I wanted to calm all the tempers down. We lost a few people viewing because I think I changed the subject. There it is. Fluffy's reply was background now or never. Back room now, yeah. Apparently he doesn't, I mean, he says he has the truth and he says he can prove it and he's not doing anything wrong, so why wouldn't he go on a live? You know, he went on a live with Lenny, why won't he go on a live with Wes? You know, I mean, there's already witnesses that he said that she never needed the surgery. I mean, it was a possibility in the future if she did not do her exercise. It was not a factual thing that was absolutely had to happen. They did not have appointments and stuff in Pittsburgh because she didn't need the surgery. So there was no need for them to raise money to come to America because she didn't need the surgery. Stash, that is one of the favorites, the best played songs in my house. My son plays that all the time, Bodies Hit the Floor. It was one of John's favorite songs. You do you, Wes. You go.
Rummaging around my free dinner stuff. There.
My breakfast was vegetables with ranch dressing.
Well, it's healthy.
Well, the ranch wasn't so much.
You know what I got for breakfast? A whole load of bullshit. That's what I've had for breakfast today. That was breakfast and lunch.
I had pizza rolls for breakfast.
You say it is a good song, though, Stash.
It is a good song. I'm not going to sing it because I'll get copyrighted.
Yeah, we don't need no more copyrights.
No. So. Yeah, there's no reason. If he can justify everything and he can now prove that he lied about lying, then hello, Dosey-Do. He should be an expert at square dancing at this point.
Should be.
You know, I mean, there's no way to wiggle out of it, dude. You said it in the back room in front of two people that it was not a definitive, that she never needed the surgery immediately. It was a possibility. That's it. Yet you collected money based on the fact that you said she needed the surgery. Therefore, you broke the law, dude. You did something illegal. You're gonna have to face up to that.
It's felony.
Yeah, and I mean, whether anybody goes after you legally or not, ethically, you just have to own up to it, pull your big boy panties up, and realize that what you did was wrong. And you're not admitting that what you did was wrong. You're still trying to justify it. But
I can't.
I can. How are you? I hope Sandy's doing well. I know she popped into Robin's live last night. I said hi to her and threw her a heart. I don't think she stayed very long, but hope everything is going well in Utah. You know, I saw a view of the front. I think it was the front of Sandy's house because we could see Kent's house off to one side. But we could see the view of the front. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. I'm like, I want to go. Because it's like, you know, this huge field and then mountains in the background, and just it was beautiful.
Yeah, I know. It's great, right? And then I love the time that she showed us the deer going across.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was funny though, because she pointed and goes, "That's Kent's house." Everybody in the chat was like, "Hi, Kent." Did you? I hope she's doing okay. I miss her videos. I don't like to bug people, like message them if I haven't heard from them, because everybody but me and Tina seem to have a life, and even Tina has more of one than I do. She gets out more. I mean, if I haven't heard from someone in a while, and I know they can contact me, and pretty much I'm either this way or this way on this bed, so I'm either on the laptop or I'm sleeping. So, oh, Suzanne, I'm sorry you're not feeling good. Allergies suck.
they do. Mine don't act up as bad as they could.
I'll tell you, it's a good thing we're not allergic to dogs, because Miha is shedding so much she could make another dog. Oh, I love little foxes. They had a fox in the pasture.
Oh,
I want to go. I'm going to go. Okay, Wes, that's fine. Link is up there. Now, he did have a problem typing in my chat the other day, which Rhonda had the same problem when she first came in my live. YouTube is being weird, but the link is up there. So even if he can't type in the chat, he should be able to click that link.
yeah.
And if not, I can send the link. Well, no, I can't because Squashy blocked me, so that option's out. I was going to say I could send it to Squashy on Facebook, but they decided to end that avenue of communication before it was even used.
But I can send it.
Yeah, you can send it. Phenomena.
Oh,
I love you, Tina.
I will let Kristen take over the song singing.
Yeah, it was so funny. We got to go on Rhonda's channel last night. Yeah, Susanna, they're back. There. Yeah. I can't. Wes, is this an auction?
No, Kent. This is not an auction.
It is not. The bullshit is free. And so is the truth. You know?
Yeah.
You
You
get
would
to pick
think
which,
it would set you free, but at this point, it's not.
you get to choose which is which. You know, I'm not gonna beat anybody down to try and get them to believe what I say. Yeah, they have to make up their own mind. But I will reiterate that he did say that in the back room of Cajun's back room. Yes, Tina, I'm getting there. Tina B, I am getting there. My son is going to be moving out, which is good and bad. And those cats will be out of there. And my mom is going to help me finish setting up everything in the craft room, and then I will be able to get back to creating. Yay. They are. And it's a good analogy. While I was in a back room with Cajun Root Reseller and Lenny and Fluffy, Fluffy said that it was misunderstood because when she was talking to the people about her back, she was at the doctor's with her back, they told her that if she didn't do her exercises, she would potentially need surgery in the future. They then set up a GoFundMe saying she needed money for her spine surgery. Even to the point of saying that they made appointments and had everything set up with the hospital in Pennsylvania. Yet she did not need it. There was no appointments made. I mean, if they made appointments, they were false. I don't see a hospital making appointments if there's no doctor verification. It was only a matter of if she did her exercises, she would be not fine, but she wouldn't need surgery. So he made it a definitive. It's in their GoFundMe that their GoFundMe was for spine, money for spine surgery. Yet he's saying he said it was not an absolute. So he admitted that it was a lie. So now he's saying that I'm, slandering him. Where? Yeah, Tina, Tina B, the problem is that I'll have a problem putting my dog out. I cannot get the wheelchair back into that little space. And it's about 4 feet from one doorway to the other. And I don't have use of the prosthetic yet. So I have to try and do this balanced on one leg with a bad knee. So it's kind of scary for me. My anxiety levels about trying to do this for 2 dogs, because he's only taking his dog. He's not taking the big dog, which was my best friend's dog and mine. And they don't, my dog and this dog don't get along, so I have to keep them separated. It's a lot of extra steps for me to put dogs out. I have to basically do a dog rodeo. Corralling one, putting the other out, putting one back, putting the other out. It's concerning for me. I'm a little stressed over it. But it'll be nice that I don't have to listen to game rage. The noise from my son is exponential. So that'll be nice. Yeah. I'll get into a routine. I'll be all right. My mother was funny because my mother and I had been discussing wheelchairs. I told her, I was going to have to start saving. When I start making my jewelry, I have to start saving part of that money that I make. One, the shipping will be set aside, so I won't be spending anybody's shipping, just to clarify. But I'm going to have to take part of the money and put it aside to save up for a wheelchair, because this one is too small. It's cutting into my legs. It's causing me a lot of pain. And if I'm in pain, go get your retail therapy, Rhonda. I will not go in there. One, I have no money and I will cry. So go buy stuff, in my honor. I will live vicariously through you.
Have fun, Rhonda.
Go buy good stuff.
And
All of Devin's stuff is good stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, it is too bad I don't have a fenced-in yard. But we had discussed it with the landlord before. And
he said you could, but there's no way that you can.
Yeah, he said we could put up a fence, but there's no way I can do that, and he won't do it. So it would be a lot easier. And I can't put them out the front door, which I can get access to, because if they go down the stairs and they go facing the stairs, if they go to the left, they'll be in our side yard. I have no idea what's out there, if there's anything they can get stuck on. But if they go to the right, they'll be going under my ramp. And if they get tangled up in all the posts that are holding up the ramp, there's no way I can get them untangled. So, yeah, we thought of that too. Well, Wes, he's got that bad ankle. He can't dance. Oh, let me tell you, the woman she's talking about, picking, all of her stuff is good, and she does crystals and natural stone jewelry, and all of her stuff is good quality. I've got tons of stuff from Moonstone Mamas, and everything is absolute. Yeah, Wes, he does. I'm not volunteering for that duty at all.
No.
You
I have a hard enough time with my own ass, let alone somebody else's.
Right? So, but yeah, everything she would get there is amazing. And that's why I'm not going to Moonstone Mamas, because I will cry. I have sat in her auctions and seen all the beautiful stuff that I can't get. And I'm like, I want that. So I won't go. I've had enough torture today. Yeah. So it is what it is. And I mean, when you publicly, when you commit a crime against a group of people, then your shit's going to be thrown out in public. I'm sorry, but that's how it is. Now, he says he's talked to Linda privately. I have not talked to Linda to see if he's actually telling me the truth or if she's giving him the chance to ship stuff slowly. I don't know.
Yeah, but when we talked to her last, she said that she had already gave him shipping money.
Mm-hmm. And he hadn't shipped any. He had shipped like one thing.
Yeah.
I mean, she sent him a Dymo printer so that he could print out labels at home so Hermes could come pick it up. Now he's saying Hermes won't pick up in his neighborhood. He has to go to the garage to drop it off. But before he was saying that he didn't want to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning to go to the door for Hermes. Try and keep your fibs straight, you know? I'm just saying. The man has beautiful handwriting. Write your lies down so you can keep them straight. Try not to let the mass hole come out. I really am. Oh, cat claw on the leg. What the hell? Yeah, I agree. Thicken, I do. Yep. Oh, yeah, and that's another, he went over that too. Scotland is an independent country and not part of the UK. He said, Google it. You're the Google queen. And then he said he was easy to find. It's just you have to, when you Google his name, you have to put in the / thing and UK. Yet it's funny because you can look up Kate on regular, just Google it, and she comes up.
Yeah.
So, and he was like, how come you didn't Google it? I was like, because I wasn't the one looking for you. And he goes, well, how come you didn't help him out with Google? You like to use Google. I said, I do like to use Google, and I use it well. And he goes, well, you didn't help him Google. I was like, I wasn't interested in finding you. What are you not understanding about this? I was not looking for you. I didn't care. Like,
amazing.
Oh, and the other thing is medical conditions over there are called different things and act differently, apparently. I was like, look, if you have seizures in the U.S., they're the same as seizures in Scotland, Ireland, England, Timbuktu, okay? It's all the same medical condition.
Kodi.
He goes, but it's worded different.
Black and white agate donut for $4, yes or no?
Oh, I get it. Yeah, I definitely do it. That's a good deal. Yeah, it's still a country, but it's not independent of the UK. I'm like, dude, learn about the country you live in. What the? Did you move to Scotland and not learn anything about it? Yeah, it hasn't. He was like, Google it. It's been done. Whatever. See, Wendy lives in the UK. She lives in England. And I'll take her word for it without having to Google it. I think they would know in England whether or not Scotland's separated from them or not. So. Stash. Stop it. Let Rhonda get her pretties. Yeah, they're still apart. I mean, come on, whatever. And, claiming that the whole Brexit thing caused shipping costs to go up. Well, if you had shipped when you were supposed to, none of those increases would have affected you in any way.
And I'm just still pissed off that he never sent everybody else all their stuff when everybody always sent extra for shipping.
Yeah. According to him, he sent everybody their stuff. He's still maintaining it. Yet everybody, because even Johnny mentioned that he's getting so many emails from so many people. You know, if one person says there's a problem, that might just be their personal issue. But when 15, 20 people, as an example, I'm not saying that's how many, but if, you know, I mean, look at how many people came in here and were saying they were missing stuff. Rhonda is a good example.
Yeah.
If a whole crap ton of people come in and say they didn't get what they were supposed to get, then there is a serious problem, and it is a real thing. You can't say, I sent them their stuff. No, you did not.
No, whether I don't know who it was, but through the grapevine, the chain, whatever you want to call it, one of the posts that I seen was that whatever somebody did receive was not what they purchased.
Mm-hmm.
Or
I'm like, okay.
And Kristen, he's still insisting that you, Bonnie, and Teresa all got their stuff.
No.
And I was like, well, from what I'm hearing, I ended up with some of Bonnie's jewelry, and I don't know what's going on with that because I did not, as far as I know, I did not. And that needs to be fixed because that's not right. You know?
I'd like to say this too: the $30 that I donated because I was the first.
Scenic Jasper, $4. Yes or no?
I hope they.
Nice. Scenic Jasper's gorgeous.
On it and they fed their fat asses with their fucking McDonald's.
Yeah.
Because I could have bought my grandkids a gift card with that money. You know? Fuck that shit.
Yeah, stop it. Oh, Jen beat her out. That's funny. Are you talking about Jennifer Layton? If Jennifer Layton is in there, you were in for a fight for your life because Jennifer loves that stuff, and if it's going that cheap, she's gonna be all over that. I love Jennifer. Hi, Wendy. Welcome back.
That was Cajun.
Hi.
That was Cajun that got that. And
it was Cajun?
Oh, like crap.
Yeah, Wes. Well, I mean, you know, he was Cajun told him to come on the show, and I said, yeah. You know, I told him point blank. I said, if you start screaming, I will mute you, and we will all laugh at you screaming at the screen when we can't hear you like a monkey in the zoo. We will sit here, point, and laugh. I will do it. I will go, eh. But if you behave, I mean, if he claims he has the proof, bring it. Like Wes said,
I was the first person they targeted with that GoFundMe crap.
Mm-hmm.
And all I did was donate money. I didn't get to go to the auction because I was busy that day and babysitting stuff. But let me tell you, they better choke on their fucking McDonald's that they ate with that money.
Yeah.
Because that shit pisses me off.
I agree.
Nice to Squashy, and I never bullshitted her. You know what? That shirt for Panda, like I said, I bought her another one and I mailed it to her.
That was very sweet.
Because it's not right.
It's not. I mean, I know there was a couple of incidents of people buying things, winning things on auction, and then he would end up selling it a couple of months later. He'd put it up for auction again. And it's like, what the fuck? People were calling him on it, and he just blew it off, you know?
And my
Welcome
daughter,
back, badass hotness.
Yeah. And my daughter's right in the chat. I didn't want to involve anybody else, so I didn't really mention it because I wasn't out, in my eyes, a lot of money, you know?
Yeah, but it's not the amount, you know what I mean?
I know. It's just that here, when you're hearing other people coming to you and they're saying like Rhonda and, you know, Bonnie and this one and that one, and they're all telling you, hey, he ripped us off too, you know? Yeah. And they got, you know, and they got burned way more than I did because I was cautious.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like a really good example is like if you own a restaurant and you have a dish that, you know, say you make a really good cheeseburger, okay? And, well, you think it's good. And you have one person tell you out of, 100 that they don't like your burger. Well, that's their opinion. It's not to their taste, obviously.
Yeah.
But if 100 people get that burger and 75 of them tell you it's shit, you need to recheck your recipe. You need to fix it.
Exactly.
You know. So if a crap ton of people are coming and saying they didn't get what they were supposed to, or they didn't get everything they were supposed to, or they got a box full of paper, which that pisses me off, then there's a problem, and you can keep lying about it all you like, but it's not going to change the fact that you're not doing what you're supposed to do. So, oh, flooding in Texas is not good. Texas gets hit with a lot of shit.
Yeah.
A box full of paper.
Yeah, Rhonda said that when she did finally open that package from Fluffy, it was filled with nothing but packing paper. Now he says that the weight printed on that label will indicate that it wasn't just paper. So I don't know, but I told point blank, I told him I saw the size of the box, and poor Rhonda. I did see the size of the box. There's no way the Fugglers I asked him about or the other stuff fit in it. I was like, but the box was not open yet. She hadn't unsealed it. So, and she didn't give me close-ups of the shipping label, so I couldn't confirm or deny the shipping. I mean, I'm not going to lie about something I didn't see or agree with him about something if I didn't see it. So, you know, I didn't see the label. I'm not calling Rhonda a liar by any way, but I, you know, with his history, I'll call him a liar all day long because, hello, you know. So, yeah.
Well,
he was like,
and Panda did not have her name on it. It did not have her address on it. It had his thumb covering half of it, and you couldn't read it.
yeah.
It just says post office. It doesn't say anything else. So that's why I'm saying he never sent it.
Well, he admitted with the first few auctions that he did that Panda was running for him that he just didn't ship. He admitted it in the back room. He goes, I did that because I told him, I said,
Stash.
Bye, Stash.
Bye, Stash.
Yeah, move your cars. You know, he was saying that, you know, I said, look, the first auction you did, you just took people's money and you didn't ship anything. He goes, you're right, I did do that. I said, then you came in and you admitted to fucking up. And we all thought that was, you know, very big of you to admit it and to agree to let Jamie and Lee help you try and sort it out. We gave you the benefit of the doubt. Well, you know what? Saying sorry means you're not going to do it again. But you did it again. You didn't get people's stuff shipped. The repeat behavior means that it wasn't an accident the first time. It's, you know, done on purpose. So fuck that. So, Susanna, my mass hole came out again. A little bit.
Because he spent the money.
Yeah, he spent the money.
On cheeseburgers at McDonald's.
Kristen is all about them cheeseburgers, man.
And the McNuggets.
Yeah, and the nuggets.
Yeah.
He says that those pictures that Squashy posted, he wasn't at McDonald's with her.
That's why his phone was there and
Hey,
the
Paul.
burger sitting on the
I'm
table.
good. Yeah, I was like, well, he said that she was at he said she was there with friends. And I was like, really? I was like, well, you know, it's funny because her friends eat the same thing you do because they were in the picture, you know? And all she said was, we are at McDonald's. So whenever she says we, it means her and Fluffy, you know? Yep. But again, there were no pictures of anybody else. So, because, you know, he's claiming he can't walk really well on his foot. He can't be caught out in a picture out in public because he would have had to walk into the store, you know?
Well, that explains why she wouldn't have taken a picture of him.
Yeah.
Even if he was there.
Yeah. So, yeah, Susanna. Well, he was saying that he was going to file charges on me for slander and for trying to ruin his life, his business, and blah, blah, blah. And he kept saying it and kept saying it and kept saying it. And it was in the back room of Cajun's show today. And I was like, look, fucking asshole, if you're going to do it, fucking do it. If you're not going to do it, just do it. Stop it. And yeah, so it briefly, a little bit. A little bit. But then I calmed down because Cajun doesn't like that stuff. So I put the mass hole back in the box after that.
Yeah.
But he was pissing me off. I mean, he just kept going around in circles, and I'm just like, oh my God, I'm getting dizzy.
It happens.
Yeah. Susanna, he'd probably try and sell it to somebody and then not give it to them.
Yeah,
Poor kid.
really.
He'd be like, I got a kite for you to buy. Come buy it. You won't never get it, but you can buy it. Give me money.
I don't know. Sometimes you get sucked into those, though, Paul. Seriously.
Paul, it wasn't a show. It was in the back room, and we were supposed to be clearing up some things and clarifying, and all we did was prove that he did lie about the surgery, and that he's tried to bully me. I will be able to use that word because it's accurate. He tried to bully, blackmail, whatever, me into not saying anything that would cause his channel any problems in order for me to get our packages shipped. That if we acted up in a negative way, that would reflect badly on his channel, him squashing his channel. I'm sorry, need to clarify that he wouldn't ship the things that, well, Tina and Willow have already paid for. Mine is paid for because he said he would pay for it. So yeah, we wouldn't get our packages if we didn't behave ourselves. So.
Oh, I've been staying away, but all of this sparked when I opened my mouth on Mother's Day.
It's all Tina's fault.
It's always my fault.
I encourage Tina to
It's
stop.
Tina and her damn rabbit holes, man. Paul, I am one of those drama people. Have you not been paying attention? No, I'm kidding. Pay attention, Paul. No, it had to be said. I mean,
Well,
what he was. Yeah, it's still fresh for us. I mean, I'd like to say fade, but it's still always going to be in my head. So.
Agree,
And
Kodi.
he's still claiming that all his shit is legit, but he has not. I mean, Wes told him to come in here and show his proof. The panel's open. No one is blocked. You know?
And yeah, Rhonda, it's semi-fresh. I mean, everybody gave us heads up warning. We were trying.
Bye, Kent. Have a good day. Tell Sandy I
Trying
said hi.
to
I can.
trying to hope and pray that, you know, he got everything straightened out through the help of Lenny and Jamie. And
Yep.
apparently he was lying to them and us. And, you know, and it is what it is. You know,
Yeah.
we've been caught in the lie. He's been caught in the lie. Only now now we're pissed
yeah.
more.
Yeah, it's our turn to be, you know, freshly pissed.
You know, now
Everybody
we're
else is- everybody
doubly
else-
pissed.
Yeah.
You know, we're still pissed off because of what he did to everybody else, but now we're pissed off because he's done it to us too.
Yeah. I mean, and on one hand, he's throwing, you know, platitudes of, you know, I really appreciate the fact that you guys all stood by me. And I'm like, really? Because that's why you slacked off on our shipping and didn't send us our stuff when you should have? That's why you treated us like you did? Because you appreciated us? That makes sense. You know? Yeah,
And
Paul,
I just need to clarify something. Fluffy,
ahead.
I know you're watching and everything, and I know you're lurking. I need to clarify something, Fluffy. I didn't go running to these people outing you.
No, she didn't. Things in Fluffy's behavior started clicking as not lining up correctly, and my intuition that I had been suppressing because Fluffy and I did have a connection that reminded me of John, and psychologically I was still mourning. Well, I'm still mourning, but it was really fresh, and I latched onto that, and it was like a lifeline basically because it kept John from being too far from me. And yeah, I know it's psychologically fucked up, but it happened. And I was suppressing my intuition when things didn't really make sense. And when things got too loud in my head going, nah, that doesn't make any sense, I went to Wendy and I asked her direct questions and she answered me honestly. Wendy never solicited or came to any of us going, hey, guess what Fluffy's doing? None of that happened. So it wasn't Wendy going around telling people anything. So saying that it was a misunderstanding. It was taken in the wrong context. How do you take Squashy needs money for spine surgery out of context? How do you take that out? That's a statement. There's no taking out of context. It's just right there.
Yeah.
And yet she never did, and he admitted she never did. So he admitted it in the back room in front of Cajun and Lenny. And Paul, my shows are usually funny as fuck. Shut up.
Hi,
It is
Paul.
considered. It is, Paul. But the problem is most of us don't have the money to be able to pursue something like that. So, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a laundry list.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, yeah, Paul, your shows are funny. But my shows are funny too. Shut up. I'm a fucking delight, okay? Get over it. Just. Yeah, well, Paul, I don't have any records of anything. He can delete all those videos, and there's no record of me moderating or him saying, "Oh, Kodi, I'm going to give you this," or, you know, the $25 that I did pay in. When other people have paper trails, I don't. It's just what he called gifts. The things that are in my box are either gifts from him or other people. So aside from the few pieces of jewelry that I did pay $25 for, which he says is in my box. When I talked to him, I said, "Did you finally get those in my box?" Because, he said, "Yeah." I'm like, okay.
Well, here's the thing with the GoFundMe is it was a charity thing, except for the people that actually just donated. They received items.
Yeah, they received their items. Because there was only a couple of things. Sorry, Tina. There was only a couple of things that actually came from Fluffy, and one of them came to me. It was the bag that Dan the Answer Man got me, and I don't know if anybody else bought anything directly from him. Everything else came from legitimate resellers on YouTube, and they got their items. So, except for people that, like Tina said, just flat out gave them money, those people could do something with fraud. But if you donated and got your item, then you weren't really defrauded because you got your item. I mean, ethically you were, morally you were, but you got an item in exchange for money. So that wouldn't be monetary fraud. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense. But for the people that just donated, like Kristen, yeah, she could be like, hello, there was no medical condition for this. This is a fraudulent charity.
And you know that I tried, and did you know that GoFundMe also told me that there was no money in there, that it's gone.
Yep, the money's gone.
They took the money out.
It was, Paul. It was. Yep. Paul was like, "I'll donate $20 if Kodi shows her face on camera." I was like, "You fucker."
And now look.
Now look what you did, Paul. Yeah, my first thought was that you manipulative asshole. You know I can't say no to that. It's a charity for someone for a medical situation. I was like, yep. I remember. And the person that posted it, if they pull it, I'm not sure if they can repost it.
YouTube Frankenstein. No, Frankenstein was the doctor.
I'm not giving you a medical exam, Paul. You created a Frankenbear. Yeah, a lot of Fluffy's videos have been deleted or made private.
Yep. That's so people can have proof.
Yeah. And I don't know. I mean, once someone pulls content, I think unless they have that video saved on their device, they can't repost it. I don't think they can just pull it back up.
He may have just made them private too.
If you make them private, you can. You can bring them back
Yeah.
up.
If you leave them on
Yeah.
YouTube in some way, then yes, they can. The person that made them can post them. The person whose channel it is.
Yeah.
People that just coming to the channel wouldn't be able to access it.
Right.
So yeah, a lot of his videos disappeared.
And Bonnie said that before, and yet he didn't.
Well,
Oh no,
thank you, Paul.
they didn't disappear. Blah blah blah. Yeah, they did.
They did. Thank you, Paul. I hope you do good at your auction. Go sell lots of stuff.
Bye, Paul.
That's true, Tim. True, true, true.
I think you look just fine, Susanna.
I want to sign up for that, Susanna. Oh, look who it is. Hey, Willow.
Hello.
Willow, did you get your haircut?
Hi, Willow.
Did you finally get the Flowbee out?
Who, me? No.
Yeah.
No, I've been waiting to get my injection, and then I'll cut it here.
Maybe it's just because it's calmed down that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have them.
She did go get her injection. She's got her wristband on.
Good.
Yeah. I need to cut that
I was
off.
worried about you. I was worried about you after you guys having to haul in a 150-pound chair.
It was a rough one. The lidocaine didn't work, which anytime I have a rough one, the lidocaine doesn't work. So I feel the whole 4-inch boring needle going into my spine, but hey,
Oh, that's no bueno, honey.
it is what it is. I got through it. I always do.
Right, Rhonda.
I agree.
Susanna, I can relate. Look what I got. Yeah.
I want to sign up for the face and body transplant. Where do I sign up for that?
And get rid of this. Bring in this.
Yeah.
Some
I don't know, it's
hairpan
still buying a
transplant.
used car. You don't know what, you're most likely buying somebody else's problems. So, yeah. It would have to be 50 some odd years old and no.
Mine wouldn't be. I'll take 2025. I'm good.
I don't want to go back.
If it's just physical, I'll go back. Well, this is sign me up.
You could end up with some 80-year-olds too.
No,
It'll
there
be
would
a
be
crapshoot.
specifics. This is a made-up thing. We can make any specifics that we want. We can put a detail of what we want and get it. Don't rain on my parade, Willow. I've had enough problems today.
I think this is the most my daughter's ever chatted in a chat.
Chats are fun. I love being in chats.
Hello, Kristen.
How you doing?
Doing all right. What's your screen name?
Oh, my daughter's is Pick and Clay. I'm on the panel. She's in the chat.
I know.
Yep.
But it says Kristen, so I didn't know the screen name that goes with your.
Kristen Williams.
Oh, okay.
Pick and CLE is my daughter.
Oh, okay.
She's quite chatty today.
Ooh. She's lurking and working, she says.
My chat is inspirational today.
Did I miss
Snoopy.
anything exciting?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll have to go back. I tried
Well,
to get in earlier, but I couldn't. We were running late getting out the door. It was just a shit show.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Wes called out Fluffy to come in, and Wes would come on the panel because Fluffy's saying that he wanted to have a conversation with Wes in a back room, and Wes said a room of my choice in public, and Fluffy wouldn't go for it, and Wes said if you have nothing to hide and you can prove everything that you're saying, then why wouldn't you do it in a public chat, public panel? And
Yeah.
Fluffy wouldn't do it. Fluffy admitted in the back room of Cajun Resellers Live in the back room with me, Lenny, Cajun, and him that the surgery was a lie. What they were told was when supposedly what they were told when she went to the doctor to get her back checked is that if she didn't do the exercises they told her to do, that she would possibly need surgery in the future. That's what they were told. Then they came home and did a GoFundMe and told everybody that she needed money for surgery for her spine.
Mm.
And he didn't say they came home and did that, but that's what they ended up doing.
Yeah.
So he admitted to using a fraudulent cause to raise money.
Mm-hmm.
But then he said he could prove everything, that I'm lying, and that he could prove everything, and said that he has packages for you, me, and Tina, because Tina's apparently had to be split in 2 packages, and that they'll be getting shipped out this week.
Yeah, he said that about mine originally too.
Yeah, and then when I asked him for clarification of when we should all be expecting the packages, he said, well, that depends on your behavior in your life. And I'm like,
very
wait.
business-like.
I was like, wait, you're telling me that if you don't like what's said on my live, that you're not going to ship packages that people have paid for?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, well, if you're going to defame my character and
we didn't defame his character. We called him out on fact. We called him out on what he did wrong.
He said if we're gonna slander him and ruin his business and ruin his life, that he doesn't see why he should ship anything to us. I was like, really? And Cajun was like, what? And Lenny was like, what? And I'm like, so you're gonna bully me into not saying anything on my live, or letting anyone else say say their piece, because you won't ship packages that you were given money for, because you don't like the behavior, because I won't change it. I'm like, that's called being a bully. I'm like, you can't. That's not business. Like, what are you doing? And
it's also called blackmail, and it's called something doing something to a witness.
Duress. It's called putting someone under duress, threatening them in order to get your way.
Intimidating a witness. I think that's what.
Yeah. There you go.
Intimidating. And I told him, I said, you're not intimidating me in any way, shape, or form. I was like, I will speak my piece. Even Cajun said that it's my channel and I can say whatever I like. And, I was like, for you to threaten not to send my things or Willow's or Tina's is wrong. I was like, that is not the way you do business. You have to separate your emotions from your business. And
we didn't damage his business. He did that all by himself. He didn't need us. We took heat for him.
He did eventually,
because of all of his shit.
He did eventually say that that's his first reaction would be to not ship, but that he will ship. That's all I could get out of him. So
he told Rhonda.
Yeah. So,
I mean, we befriended him. We trusted him. We had his back.
Goodbye, Kristen's daughter.
He hasn't stayed in contact. He hasn't updated. He just flaked. What in the fuck else are we going to think, people?
Yep. Well, according to him, he was in a dark place.
Considering well before Brexit, I paid for the shipping for my shit. Above and beyond. I sent money to cover the shipping that he was supposed to cover so that it would go ahead and ship, and he didn't ship then. So the fact that he has to pay more now and blah, 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 blah is totally on him. Just like the fact that his business is ruined is totally on him. We had nothing to do with that.
Nope.
He did that all by his little old self. And we had his back. We were trying to help in whatever way we could. AKA, I sent the shipping that he was supposed to pay for. I defended him. And he's going to do that? No.
We took shit from Wes for him.
Yeah. We took shit from everybody for him. And he's going to go 5-year-old. Well, I ain't going to ship your packages because you were naughty. Bullshit.
Yeah. Even
Go the fuck up, dude.
Then he turned around and said that's not what he said. And both Lenny and Cajun said, yes, that is what you said. That if she didn't behave the way you wanted, they wouldn't get their packages. So, yeah, they called him on it too, which I give them full props for, and I appreciate. Yeah, I know he did. So, you know.
Yeah, but I
yeah.
thought Lenny was going to be Switzerland per se
Well,
in this whole thing, but yet they go live on Lenny's channel about it.
Calm down. I talked to Lenny on the phone, okay? And I asked him why he was so aggressive during that live. Towards what? By indications during the conversation, the aggression seemed to be pointed towards us. And he said, well, because of what we were told you were doing. I was like, excuse me. I was like, did you guys watch the lives? And he said that they saw bits and pieces of it. He asked Jamie if she had watched like a full one, and she said no. I said, if you watch the lives, you will know that what I'm about to tell you is true. None of us said a negative thing about you or Jamie. We commended you for being so kind as to try and help him with this, that none of us had any problem with you, and that you were both really sweet people. That is all that we said. And he was like,
Yep.
and he literally said, motherfucker, on the phone, because Fluffy lied to him about what was going on. So Lenny doesn't have a problem with any of us. Hopefully I've cleared that up. So
yeah, I mean, he could have called me. He's got my number. We've talked on the phone. He could have called me.
Now he couldn't call me because I hadn't given him my new number yet. But he did, when I popped into Cajun's show, he did say, Kodi, can you call me? And I immediately called him. So, you know, we did. I know, Rhonda, but I personally do not have a problem with that.
We haven't contacted him. We haven't emailed asking, you know, we haven't hounded him, you know, have you mailed our package? Have you mailed our package? We haven't done any of that.
Yeah.
At least I haven't.
Yeah, I haven't. No. I haven't either.
You know, he's popped into chat once or twice over months. Yep. And, you know, we've asked or we've, oh, well, when is the reopening? You know, oh, well, you'll be able to ship our packages. We've commented in that regard.
Well, basically
we haven't done any of that stuff. So
basically, I told him, you know, he ghosted us. We didn't go anywhere. We're still here. He could have contacted us at any point in time. He ghosted. And what he said was that he was, you know, for a while he was in a dark place. And I'm like, whatever. Not to be against people that have depression, but I don't believe anything he says. So I'll just say whatever. And then he was focusing on things that were going on in his actual life, and that the gist of it was basically that the people on YouTube are just social media and they're not important. Basically what he said. I'm condensing and rewording, but that was the gist I got from it. And Cajun even said that was basically what he was getting from what Fluffy was saying too.
Hi, Virginia.
Hey, Virginia.
Hi, Virginia. So basically, the friendships that we tried to develop don't matter because we're just social media.
Yeah, and I will admit to him
for nothing.
I will admit that when he was saying that hurt my. I was in tears. I wasn't full blown ugly cry, but the tears were there because that hurt me. I invested a lot of emotions.
But yeah, I have shed tears over this.
I mean, I invested a lot of emotions, and to watch that man's face while he's saying basically nothing I did meant shit, that I didn't matter at all. After, you know, he did say that with everybody coming on his show, it made his show better because it was more entertaining, and he appreciated that. And I'm like, but you're now kicking me in the teeth. What?
He's kicking us all in the teeth.
You know, you can't praise someone this is narcissistic. It's classic narcissistic. Giving a compliment and then basically, I mean, figuratively punching you in the face. That's
basically
what he's
giving you a compliment and then shitting on it.
Yeah.
And yes, I brought up shit. Deal with it.
So yeah, that's what he does. That's why, you know, he came forward and admitted to making the mistakes, which I don't believe were mistakes. I mean, he also admitted in the back room that, yeah, he took people's money and didn't ship anything. And he had, you know, but the money was slacking off because people were complaining. And so that's why he came forward, threw people a bone, made it seem like he was being a man, coming forward and admitting his mistakes so that he would have an opportunity to do it again. Basically, that's what he's shown everybody, is that he just did it again.
Yeah, basically he's a thief that's trying to clean up his shit so that he can thieve everybody again. Does he really think that anybody who has been through this is going to buy from him again? or recommend anybody buying from him again.
Yeah,
Or give
no,
him
huge.
second,
huge-
third, fourth, fifth, whatever fucking chance it is at this point. Fuck no.
I mean, saying you're sorry means you won't do it again, and he did it again. I mean,
The
Yeah,
thing
it's called.
to me though is after all that stuff happened with Rhonda and Bonnie and me and all that, he was still inviting me to his auctions. Like, no, thank you. I'm not going to be ripped off anymore. I'm not dumb. Okay, thanks.
yeah. Well, he thinks that everybody believes all this bullshit. That he's so charismatic. You're not Jim Jones, dude. We're not all going to drink the Kool-Aid forever.
Yeah,
Sorry.
good accent only goes so far, buddy. Shit is shit. If that's what's coming out of your face, then
Even I wouldn't be able to eat Chinese food every day for the rest of my life. I'd need a break, and you can only drink Kool-Aid so long, and your eyes open up.
Yep.
Make me big for a second, if you would, honey.
Okay, hold on. There you go. Owl.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh my goodness.
That's cute.
Oh, their t-shirts came in that she ordered.
Yay.
The one, just the one. They're shipping separate, but they both shipped. This
Okay,
one's
so I
just
can make you small now.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. That's cute. Rhonda's gonna be like,
Spirit animals, grumpy bells, who slaps any annoying people. Come here, Fluffy.
What are you gonna do?
Except we're gonna
Strangle
slap
him
him and get Grandma's fucking shotgun.
Don't show that too much, because Rhonda will be like, "How much do you want for that?"
No, she can buy her own. This one wouldn't fit anyways. I bought a big one.
Willow's like, "Bitch, go get your own owl shirt." I don't know. Between the two of you, I wouldn't want to be auctioning owls if you were both in the auction.
I stand no chance for owls if Rhonda's in the vicinity, because people will. I mean, I can comment how much I love it and visualize what I want to do with it and put it in the chat, and people buy it and send it to her. So,
Aww.
I'm shit out of luck when it comes to owls if Rhonda's in the vicinity.
Aw. Poor Willow.
And turtles too. I can't even get a turtle. I haven't gotten a turtle or an owl for a very long time now.
Yeah, people send turtles for Robin. I have 2 turtles. I got 2 turtles from Jennifer Layton's auction on Easter.
I mean,
I got an amethyst
for,
one.
decades and decades and decades.
I got an amethyst one and a quartz one. They're tiny.
Don't happen.
They're so cute.
The last anything owl that I got was that owl crochet bag that Linda bought and was gifted to me.
Yep.
That I didn't know was coming until it showed up.
Well, it was a surprise.
Yeah. I'm just saying, but that was like last year. It was months ago.
Yeah, I wasn't going to ruin the surprise. I was in the auction when she did that.
Yeah,
she was
it's awesome. I love it. I'm going to
messaging
reline
me-
it because the lining has got a permanent stain, but
Yeah, she was messaging me going, "Do you think Willow would like that?" I'm like, "Yes."
Well, I
Like,
want to
even
use
if
it
it
for
were-
a needlework bag,
Yeah.
and I don't want to stain anything because humidity, if it starts to eke, it'll get into the project. You don't want, hours and hours and hours of needlework damaged from stain
Right.
transference. So I'll reline it and put it to work.
Yeah, that wasn't an adorable bag.
It is.
I was like, "Oh my God, I can't wait to see Willow's face."
It's very kitschy. I love it.
You know how hard it was for me not to tell you about that? It was very
Also
hard.
quite challenging.
It was very, very challenging. Hey, Susie.
Hey, Susie.
Well, Susie survived her trip to the post office.
I need to look in the chat and see who all's even here.
Oh, okay. That's okay, hotness. Badass hotness.
Yeah.
Ninja baby girl. She's over there just slamming those listings, man. She's a beast. She's a beast.
Coming up on the... They don't come up on the participant list unless they're typing, right? So if
Right.
they're just listening or lurking, don't come up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just the people that have been typing.
Yeah. Looks like Paul was here. I think he was leaving when I came in.
Yeah, he's got an auction to get ready for.
Yeah, Susanna. There's Tim. Hi, Tim. Love you, honey. Tina Boxel. Rhonda. Wes. Wes was shouting in capitals earlier. Where'd that go?
Yeah.
Love you.
Susanna.
Yeah, Wes threw down the gauntlet and Fluffy didn't pick it up. So
Yeah. He ran the other way as usual. That's called a coward.
Holy crap, Amy.
she's a listing beast. I'm telling
I
you.
can't hear you guys. Hold on, I gotta go back out and come in, I think.
Okay. She's listed 20 items on Poshmark, 60 on eBay, and 13 on Facebook Market. God damn, woman.
She's a beast.
Wow, Amy.
All I can say is breathe in between would be good.
Well, she did. She came in and said hi to us.
Yeah.
Annie, there's Annie Aldalco. Hello, Annie.
Can you hear us now, Kristen?
Yeah, my
Can you hear me now?
stupid alarm went off. And
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Can you hear me now? Yeah, I gotta laugh. I'm in so much fucking pain right now. It ain't funny. You know, I usually use the term insane pain at this point, and it's beyond that. There's no words.
Distraction from boys are good, Amy. You don't need that crap.
My living room looks really good right now, though.
I don't know if I'm still supposed to be pretending, Amy.
The heap that was behind the sofa where I was before is down by 50% or more.
Nice.
The car's loaded with donations, and I don't know, it looks pretty good considering. There's still work, but
Amy, it's just Kodi.
hello, Wendy. Love you, honey.
Hey, Willow. Love
I
you
heard your
too.
British giggle. No, my eyes are affected by this. That my hands keep dropping things. My leg keeps dragging. Yeah, this one was rough. And then when they're rough, it's not smooth getting the injection because if it's that rough, the lidocaine don't work, and I feel the whole thing. So, which also means that I don't get that few hours of solace from pain from the lidocaine till it wears off. It's raging from the get-go. So it feels like somebody dropped a golf ball, or no, more like a tennis ball size globule into my spinal cord right now from the pressure from the injection.
Bring you lots of love, Willow.
I'll get through it. I always do. Not my first rodeo. Hello, Joyce. Me too, Tina. It'll take a couple of days. I have to take it easy for a couple of days. And then I'll be up and running again and ripping into the house because I want to keep going from what I did and keep moving with that.
Hey, Susan.
Hello, Sandy Kirk.
Yes, Sandy.
Lurking and working works. Glad you popped in to say hi. Oh, I gotta sit up on the edge of the sofa for a bit. Oh, and my most comfortable pair of shorts, the ass end blew out. It just right open. So, yeah, I gotta fix those too.
Well, that's no fun. Your favorite, most comfortable pair?
Uh-huh. Well, it's because they're worn the most, so they wore out the fastest, you know. I mean, my clothes, I buy all my clothes used anyways.
I know, and so do I.
This t-shirt will get washed 10 times before I wear it.
Got to get it soft enough.
Yep. I got to break it down enough that my skin can tolerate it.
When I had the compressed discs in my neck from one of my car accidents, they gave me cortisone shot in my neck. I do not react well to cortisone. It locked my neck up. I couldn't move it for 4 days.
Ooh.
So
They considered doing injections in my neck after my car wreck that caused the complete torticollis, which what that is, you have your vertebrae stacked, and mine went like this.
Well, it locked me down.
Kind of a herringbone buckle.
It locked me up, and the next time I went to the place, I feel like if you stick me with that needle, I'm going to stab you in the eye with it. I was like, we're not doing this again, because obviously cortisone shots. And then after I was able to use move my neck again, it still freaking hurt. So the cortisone didn't do any good. It just did more fucked up damage. I'm like, no.
Well, I opted out of them because that car wreck, I was 16 and getting injections at that age. Yeah, I opted out of them and just did frequent chiropractor visits like daily for like 3 weeks, and then every other day for like 2 weeks, and then like 3 days a week or 2 days a week, I think, for a week or two. And then, we just whittled it down. I was going to the chiropractor for almost 6 months, and over half of that was almost daily or was daily. I'd reached back to scratch the back of my neck, and the arm was trapped, and it took 5 hours to get that released. And he was trying to get me laid down on one of those beds that's vertical and then it goes flat. And I kept coming up. I couldn't stop it. It just happened. And after about the third or fourth try, I said, just strap me to the damn table. It's the only way you're going to get me horizontal is strap me to the table. He didn't like that idea, especially because I was 16. My parents were both standing there, and I looked at him and I said, tell him. They looked at him. Mom said, yeah, if she says strap her down, strap her down. She's serious. And they're like, are you okay with that? And I said, and Mom said, well, she's not particularly okay with it, but it's what's necessary, so do it. You have our permission. So he strapped me to the table, and we got horizontal. I let out a screech that rearranged the wallpaper, but this was almost 6 o'clock in the evening when this happened. The doctor stayed late. Dad rushed me right there, or the chiropractor, and it was like 11 o'clock at night when we were finally able to leave, and then I had to come back the next morning. So,
Sandy, they didn't offer me anything else for my neck. You know what fixed my neck? The compressed discs in my neck? Dr. Venom.
Dr. Venom booked it for me.
Dr. Venom fixed my
neck. They had
neck.
a traction mechanism that you could hang from a door, and you had to sit with your head. It was basically being pulled up to release the pressure of the vertebrae, and I had to do that for about a decade. Twice a month.
Okay, Kristen. Hi, Sandy. You're not blue. Why aren't you blue? You should have been blue. What fixed my neck is I was sleeping. Right, I was taking a nap, and I was laying on my stomach, and our 2 dogs were running around the house like maniacs and being stupid. And they got up on the bed, and I was in that vague state of sort of awake, sort of not, but they started playing on the bed. And we had Zeus, who is a shepherd collie, and Venom, which was a 90-pound pit bull. And Zeus was probably about 65 pounds at the time. He got bigger. He was still a puppy. But they were playing, and Venom went backwards and his back landed flat down on the top of my shoulders, and my whole spine went zzz, and I was numb for about 5 minutes. I thought the dog had paralyzed me. I was like, oh, fuck, I can't move. And I got up and my neck was fine. I went back and got more x-rays, and it had uncompressed. The dog uncompressed my neck. I'm like, thank you. So, yeah, all I had to do was have somebody throw a dog on my back. Who knew? Yeah. Well, Wes, how dare you? We're busy. Hello. So, yeah, that's what fixed my neck. It's not what fixed or hurt my back. My back was already damaged at that point.
Well, even now I have a neck brace, a foam neck brace, and if I start feeling that compression pressure, I have to put it on and wear it for a few hours each day to decompress again, basically. But I don't have to do the traction at this point. You have to be so careful with traction because, especially at home, you know, the dog suddenly barks, you lurch or something like that with your, you know, your neck stretched out, a weight, you know, forcing your head up, and the dog suddenly barks or somebody, you know, drops a pan in the kitchen or something like that and it makes you lurch, you can fuck yourself up big time. So you gotta be mindful not to do stuff, you know, if you're sitting there in a traction device. You have to stay, you know, spatially aware. And I can't do that anymore, so I don't keep traction. So that's why I just use a neck brace now.
Yeah, all of my discs are bulging and I have degenerative disc disease, so I don't think the dog leaning on me at this point would be a good plan. But
yeah, I've got a lot of discs that have shrunk. I've got some that are bulging. And then this one in particular that I have to get injections for is because it happens to be bulging into my spinal cord and is highly symptomatic. aka my right leg and arm will go numb, stuff like that. It also causes I found this out during COVID, 3 months, almost 4 months that I didn't get an injection. Mild incontinence with my bladder. So I had to equip myself in case of that circumstance again. And, you know, just all this delightful stuff that fucks up my world. But, yeah. I mean, I could be getting injections in both shoulders, knee, an elbow, plus my spine in all three of the main sections, which is lumbar, thoracic, and sacral. Yeah. But I don't get them in the sacral, which is my other main pain point, because the pain is caused by, I've got bone spurs on the discs all through my spine, but they're really bad there. Plus I have not just like one, but several clusters of Charloff cysts. Charloff cysts, they're not regular edemic fluid. They're actually full of spinal fluid. So if one pops, you lose all your spinal fluid. You bleed out basically of your spinal fluid.
Okay, this is turning into a lesson, Cherry Chat.
Yeah, I don't want that to happen. So I'm not letting them go in there with a needle. You know, duh. You know, if it was just one, they could avoid it. But it's like grape clusters. There's like 3 or 4 of them, grape clusters, and they're all kind of wadded together in my lower lumbar and full sacral. And yeah, they ain't going in there with a needle. You know, one pop, done. No, thank you. I'll take the pain. At least I'm breathing and alive and know it.
Yeah, hard pass.
I told my son that, you know, since they have confirmation that they have the new place, they don't have to worry about, Hector and Dorothea don't have to worry about getting evicted from the old place. They need to take their fucking cats home.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have to worry about getting in trouble for having the cats. They need to come get them.
Yeah, because they're leaving.
So, you know, I'm like, he was like, yeah, they do. He's getting tired of going in there and feeding them. So, well, they were only supposed to be here for a few days, and this is week, what, 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Sorry, people, but, you know, if you're going to have a pet, make sure that you've paid deposits, that you can have them, what have you. Don't dump them on other people trying to cover your ass. It's not right. And if you are going to ask for assistance like that, keep it honest. It might be 3 weeks. Don't do this. Oh, it's only be a few days. And, you know, seriously.
It had nothing to do with deposits. They weren't supposed to have pets in the apartment. They shouldn't have gotten the cats in the first place.
To begin with, be a responsible pet owner, goddammit. If you want pets and the apartment you're in can't have them, move.
Well, if
you can't afford to do all of that, then you can't afford to have the animal.
They are moving. And I've had pets in apartments that I wasn't supposed to have pets either, and I'm a very responsible pet owner. But I mean, I didn't have a problem because they had maintenance coming in and they didn't know when they were moving. So I didn't have a problem with the cats coming here for a few days. A few days turning into 3 weeks is unreasonable and ridiculous. So they're interfering with me being able to set up my craft room and possibly making money myself to help supplement my non-income.
Yeah, you have things you need too.
So
they're going to have each other. You're going to be running solo. Get your cats out of there so you can do your thing.
Yeah. So my son agreed. So hopefully today he'll be like, because I mean they have the place, but they're just waiting for the call for when they can start moving in, because they were supposed to have finished up doing whatever maintenance they were doing to make it presentable for the new people to move in, and he thinks that they didn't actually finish it on time, and that's why it's being delayed for when they can move in. But they're just waiting for that call, and then they'll be moving in. So,
well, the thing is usually move-in dates are around the 1st. That's at least another 10 days away. That's almost 2 weeks away.
It doesn't work like that here. It's up to the landlord here. It's just on what I mean. I moved in when my landlord had a place that my son and I were moving into. I actually moved in on the 17th of the month, and I moved out on the 17th of the month. But it's just when it's available and when it's ready to be moved in, they move them quick. They don't sit on something for 2 weeks. They won't even sit on something for 2 days. As soon as it's ready. It
used to be that way here. Whether they still are or not, I don't know, because I haven't rented here basically since I moved back from Nashville, which was 94. Yeah. So, no, 91. 91, because I divorced in 93 and it came back with me instead of my Chefalera plant. But anyways, that's the way it was here back then. I don't know if it still is or not. I would imagine so, though.
If I make a funny face, it's because my son is actually singing. There was a little bit of yodeling in there. My son apparently woke up in a good mood. I don't know. Oh my gosh, her personal stuff too. Damn, that would kill me too. Moonstone Mama Devin.
Oh,
that would kill me too. That's why I'm not in there. Aside from the fact that I'm on my own live.
Yeah, we are pushing the 3-hour mark.
I know, my sis can get rid of my stash. It ain't going nowhere.
It would make me cry to go in there because Devin has some amazing pieces in her personal stash, and Devin's stuff makes me cry anyway. I can't do it.
Yeah, we wouldn't be able to afford.
I'm not going to torture myself.
If she's bringing out her top rate specimens and stuff like that, yeah, they're not going to be in our price range. All we could do is cry. Not happy.
Are you talking to Willow, Tina B? Yeah, she got it.
Yeah. Yes, I'm going to say it, Kodi. That was another shit show all in itself. I said shit again. Get over it.
Yeah.
There it is, right there.
Yep, there it is. She got her catapult chair.
Good thing I corrected them on the color. They were going to send me shit brown. No, thank you.
Well, it would have fit with when you talk. You could have just sat in that.
I just told them, I said, I'm not going to sit on a poop Twinkie in my living room. No, thank you.
You have such a way with words, Willow.
Well, you chocolate brown? Yeah, poop Twinkie with an ejection seat. No, thank you.
I like the blue though.
Yeah, the blue's pretty.
That's what I wanted.
It goes well with the decor.
Well, like my bedroom carpets
and your curtains that you're making.
Yeah. Blue's kind of my base color for the house.
Well, Susie's going to check out Moonstone Mamas, and that's fine because Devin has some amazing stuff. But I'm not going to make myself cry. I've had a rough enough, first most of the day.
Yeah, I've had a horrible week. So yeah, I'm not going to torture myself like that. Because we need to replace the sofa. Yeah, we need to replace the chair, Sis's chair. Sounds like there's probably gonna be work on the car again because it's making a weird sound.
Yeehaw.
Yeah, weird sound in the car that I need in just a couple of weeks because I got to go back to Topeka again.
Ugh.
Yay!
My son is
Another eye
barking.
appointment?
Yeah, he wants to do the dye test thing again on my eyes, and they can't do it here. They've only got that in Topeka at his office. When he comes here, he's using my other specialist's offices because he's out of town that day at one of his other little clinics, you know. So he
Yeah.
uses that, and they don't do that because they specialize in the front of the eye. This guy specializes in the back, and they don't need the dye for the front of the eye. They only need that for the back, I guess. So I don't know. They just don't have it here, so I got to go to Topeka.
See me.
She is concentrating hard because my son is in that room. She's all like, I hear him.
What the hell is that?
He's yelling at the cats or what?
He's yelling at the cats. The one cat gets very pushy when he goes to feed them. They eat wet food.
Uh-huh.
That's the only food I've seen them eat. So they eat in the morning and then they eat, later, like now. And the one cat that meows all the time that has the bell on it gets very aggressive when you try to put the food down. So he just yelled at the cat and said, I will cook you for dinner. He wouldn't really cook the cat for dinner.
No.
Make sure what's got batteries in it, Tina.
I think
The
she's
chair?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't read the manual yet. I just put the back in it and squished it kind of over there, and that was as far as I could go. It's not hooked up, plugged in, any of that yet.
Yeah,
It's just-
your house is not a Chinese restaurant. You're good.
Yeah. John caused both of my kids to not eat chicken teriyaki for about a year and a half because my daughter Kayla was like, this is really good. And John looked at her and goes, oh, are you enjoying the cat teriyaki? And she threw her food on the plate and wouldn't touch it again. And my son was just like, no. Neither one of them would touch teriyaki chicken for about a year and a half. It was funny. I mean, it was cruel, but he was just joking. He didn't realize that at that age they were at, which was like 6 and 7 or 7 and 8, that would get in their head, But then my son made it worse for my daughter. Every time she went in bite later on when they started eating it again, every time my daughter went to take a bite of chicken teriyaki, my son would go, meow. Yeah. And that's my son. Yeah, she said that the batteries, if you have a power outage, you're stuck in whatever position you're in on the chair.
Yeah. Yeah, I've wondered about that. At least I've got medic alert. If I get stuck, I can call 911 and have a couple of buff fuckers come and peel me out of wherever I'm stuck.
Nobody asked you.
She's got to put her 2 cents in too.
Yeah, there's a power pack on the cord. I've seen that. So yeah, that's probably the battery backup. I will check it, and because we buy cheap batteries, but for something like that, yeah, I'll pick up some Duracells or something.
Yeah.
Probably invest in rechargeables, and then I can switch them out like once a month or something. Keep them charged and fresh. And
Love you, Tim.
I'm always having to pee, Tina. Spine spasms and bladder, mine are apparently connected.
Now look at what she's watching the other door.
Mm-hmm.
She probably smells the food. She's a dog.
No, she hears my son, and she knows that means dog rodeo has started. Which means that when he's done with the other dogs putting them outside and he gets Miha back in that room, it will be her turn to go outside.
Pretty much, Tim. I've fallen and I can't get up.
I got stuck on the floor. I had to call paramedics. I got a little tiny skinny girl and this big guy that, I ended up having to put my arms around his neck and he just lifted up. And I was like, usually a guy buys me dinner before they get this close. And he laughed so hard he almost dropped me. So that was not conductive.
Yeah, wait and throw out the deadpan comments until after you're vertical again.
Yeah. Well, I was very embarrassed because I fell and I was sitting on my floor.
Okay, Tina.
Okay, Tina. And
Bye, Tina. Have fun.
when they, instead of Issa just calling the paramedics saying that I had fallen and I was stuck because they send paramedics out to help me up, she called 911. So cops showed up too. So I had like 3 police officers in my house plus 2 paramedics, and I was like, do you want to call and like video this for public consumption or something? Because if I get many more people in here, we won't have to do that. So I was already embarrassed.
Here, anything medical, they want you to call 911, and then the dispatcher will triage or vet them.
Yep.
But yeah, they don't want you to call the non-emergent line if you're stuck on the floor, because in their eyes that is an emergency.
Yeah,
Which
here
pain levels for me, yeah, it would be an emergency.
Here it's not an emergency, so she didn't need to call 911. They are very specific. If you don't have an actual medical emergency, and I wasn't by myself. If I'd been by myself, yeah, it probably would have been considered an emergency, but I wasn't. So
yeah.
But it was just very embarrassing that I couldn't get off the floor, and that's because I had a shattered ankle and a bad knee. It was on 2 different legs, so it was kind of fucked.
I had one experience with embarrassment. No, 2. One, I was having heat stroke, and I got on the bed nude and had my husband putting the cool wet towels, the cold compresses on, to lower my core temperature. And yeah, he went and called 911, and I was still a teen. I would have been barely 18, or I could have been 17, somewhere in there. Yeah. Before they hauled me, I wanted to put at least a moo-moo on, something. And then my mom had a syncope fainting episode in the bathroom. She was getting her pills out of the cabinet, and I was sitting on the crapper taking a shit. And she started to go down, so I grabbed the back of her shirt and I put her on my knee, and then I stretched my leg out and slid her down to the floor on my knee. But I had to hold her up, otherwise she was going to bounce off the tile countertop. And I couldn't lay her back. There wasn't room in that bathroom to do that, so I had to basically keep her vertical. And Sis called 911 and stuff, but I was stuck on the crapper holding her up. I couldn't move. So when they came, I was literally holding her by the scruff of her shirt, sitting on the pot. When they came in to get her from the bathroom, I just chucked myself into the shower, which was right next to the toilet. And they got her out, and the EMTs are scrambling questions at me, hammering me with all the standard questions and stuff, because she had briefly stopped breathing. She had hurled everywhere for dinner. And it was quite dramatic. And so I'm in there trying to, wipe and get, puke off of me and the whole bit while they're hammering me with questions. I'm sitting here wiping shit off my ass. I didn't care. But afterwards, I was like, And then I was about 10 seconds later, I was just laughing my ass off, like, yeah, what a predicament, Oh, well, they've seen it all now. But those were the only 2 times that I've ever been in a compromised situation like that. At least, unclothed in any way, shape, or form. Not like I haven't seen it, but, for a brief moment, you have a little bit of embarrassment, and then all you can just laugh, because, yeah.
I had nurses tell me that to try and reassure me about different things. It's like, oh, I've seen it. Yeah. Oh, thank you. What did you say? What the fuck? Boy, I'm telling your grandmother on you.
She said not to eat at all, so thank you.
You're a fucking dick. I love you too. He left me 2 donuts.
There should have been 3 at least to make him even.
Mm-hmm. He walked in and he said, I don't know if you could hear him when he first walked in. He said, I'm sorry, I'm fat, and I ate 2 more. I'm like, the fuck? And then he walks out going, I'm making you dinner. I'm like, yeah, with food I paid for. Yes. You are such a bag of dicks.
Big old floppy dicks.
Ah.
And this is my son, ladies and gentlemen. He was fucking with me.
Probably because he knew you were alive.
Yep. He's like, she gonna talk shit about me. I'm gonna walk in and out with that other donut and make it look like an idiot.
I would have thrown it at him.
Hell no, it's Bavarian cream. What are you kidding me? We don't waste food in this house, Willow.
Yeah, we're just at the 3-hour mark. Hi, Bonnie. Welcome back.
Hi, Bonnie.
Hey, Bonnie.
Yeah, Bonnie.
Oh.
No, that's my son. Now, see, when he's in a good mood, this is how we get along. It's fine. When he's in a bad mood, he doesn't talk to me for days. That drives me crazy. It's like the only thing I'm going to notice that when you move out is that I don't get dinner brought to me, and I got to put my own dog out. Otherwise, there's no interaction. So, I love asparagus.
Yuck. What is it with y'all and the fucking twigs?
It's good.
No.
I
Good.
like asparagus. I love okra.
Ugh,
Ew. It's slimy.
it is.
Even if it's fried. Blech.
Ugh, I agree.
Sorry.
Here's the catch. When I was a kid, loved it pickled. Loved pickled okra.
Mm-hmm.
The people next door used to pickle it. Fresh pickled okra, loved it as a kid. As I got older, my taste buds changed. Can't stand it.
Well, I didn't like asparagus when I was a kid, and I love it now. It's funny. It's one of the 17 million phone calls from Walmart that I got was my mom was like, okay, they have this, this, and this, and this for asparagus, and we're all extra tall stalks. I'm like, I wanted the short can that they've already cut all that crap off, And I was like, crap. I'm like, all right, well, I'll cut it myself. I was like, just pick me up a can of the ones that you can. I said, Walmart ones are fine. Apparently, when she picked up that can, because she's like, okay, bye, click. When she picked up that can, behind it were the short ones. So she ended up she got 2 cans of the short cans. So, and that's what was, one of them rolled out of the bag, and she found it in her car when she got home. And I was like, Mom, she goes, do you really want me to bring it over? I'm like, no, I don't want you to drive all the way over here to hand me a can of asparagus. I'm like, bring it over when you come over next time.
Yeah.
Bonnie,
Yeah,
you're
I've
making
tried
me
canned, I've
hungry.
tried jarred, and I've had frozen. I prefer the frozen, so I'll probably like the fresh.
Yeah.
But we weren't getting it in that form at the time, COVID. So yeah, I was trying the other variables. Frozen came in the dinners that I get, which I was supposed to get a delivery today, and it didn't happen because it's raining, so it'll probably show up tomorrow, which can be a good thing. Since I just, went through hell with an injection. Kind of a bad day to have that great big cooler show up. But that's where I tried frozen. I had never had asparagus before that, so I just, that was new to me. But okra I was introduced to as a kid. I used to do youth stuff with the church for vacation Bible school kind of thing when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And I would stay with the preacher for the week. And they grew their own vegetables and all that. And, so farm fresh okra is what I was introduced to. Freshly cooked, plucked right out of the garden and freshly cooked that evening.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, we've had it here too, but nope.
But yeah, I fell in love with okra, zucchini, butternut squash.
Yes.
God, I don't remember what all she introduced me to, I was always willing to try something, if it was pronounceable and American.
John used to cook my asparagus he'd cook it in the frying pan with butter and garlic, and he'd just cook it and kind of crisp it up. Not crisp it up, but cook it so everything is all
Caramelize it.
together.
Yeah,
And
just kind of caramelize it.
That's how he used to cook my asparagus, and it was awesome. My son, of course, won't go through that, but once I'm cooking for myself again, I will cook it that way. And
Yeah, I want to try it that way. What I had was just, the little snippets of it in the dinner, and you just cook it, and then I put butter on it. And I
just little
enjoyed that.
spears.
yeah, well,
Yeah. Yeah, they were just little snippets.
I have a hard time eating the stalks because they're so fibrous.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get to a certain point, it's really tender, and I can eat it better. So usually, I mean, I do eat the stalks, but I don't. They don't get all chewed up all the way because of my teeth. It's hard for me to
Same here.
chew through it and fibrous. So
Yeah, when I
have
was eating it, I was like okra. I found bits that were too hard to chew, so they went back in the little special place that you have on your plate for reject.
Thanks, Andy.
And
Enjoy your dinner. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, we've tried okra in several different variations, and we even got it fresh at the farmer's market and followed a recipe and made it. And nope, no thank
I
you.
want to try it with the garlic. That sounds good. So far,
Mm.
like I said, I've just had it with butter on it, but I want to try the caramelizing it in a skillet with garlic and butter.
Yeah, it's really good.
I told Kodi, I said I seen one where they took the asparagus and they rolled it out on a sheet pan with a little bit of olive oil and then garlic, I think I said.
Yeah.
A sprinkle of salt and pepper. Put it in the oven for a little bit and then brought it back out and sprinkled it with a little bit of mozzarella cheese and put it back in the oven for just a little bit, just enough to melt the cheese, and pulled it back out.
Yeah.
I said if it wasn't for the fact that it was asparagus, I said it looked yummy because cheese.
I've seen asparagus made wrapped with bacon.
Well,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
everything's better with bacon.
Yeah, they wrap it in bacon, stick it in the oven, and bake it for a little while. And
yeah, I was
I'll eat
kind of thinking along those lines. Like I get a ribeye out to put on the broiler, do the little foil pouch, with the garlic and the butter, and yeah, bacon sounds good too. And close it up and let it do its thing in the little pouch next to the steak while the steak's cooking. That sounds good.
Yep. My son's nuking my dinner right
now. I do need food.
I can hear the microwave going on, so I'm gonna actually end this because I don't want to have to sit here with food in front of my face wanting me to eat it while I'm trying to end it live. So while we're not in the middle of a conversation, I'm gonna say goodnight, and I hope everybody that came in the chat, thank you.
He doesn't like rice.
And I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with us and ranting and raving and venting and whatever you want to do. You make my day when people come in and talk to us. So we will talk to you all again soon.
Bye, everybody.
I will be doing a live Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern time. And Tina will be doing one on Sunday, but I don't know what time.
Yeah, neither do I.
So there you go. Keep your eyes peeled for it. You never know what'll happen. I mean, who knows what'll happen between then and now, right?
Right?
Bye, y'all. Afternoon, evening.
Bye.
Or if you're in the country, bye.
Bye, everyone.